job to keep the humans safe. Will you ever find true love, true love, true love, true? True love, true love, true love, true. True love, true love, true love, true. True love, true love, true love, true. We're on a page of our love and the planets above. His head is up in the clouds as his rocket counts down. A distress signal took him to a place very distant, a bad sector where the bad guys like to live. safe from harm, polluted and used. You pushed us all too far. The space is so void. Nothing echoes on and on anymore. Can you hear our voice? Are we shouting in the dark? If I save them, would they know? 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 But your trust made us fools, clutching for our fears instead. Entitled, confused, rapture plagues these city streets again. And the hands rose up, clutching for the better days ahead. And the eyes looked up as the heroes crushed into the ground. If I save them, would they know? 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 What do you mean we don't have him yet? Seal the headquarters. The galaxy must know that danger is out there.
An urgent announcement from CEO and President Jack Stacy, calling all Class C citizens, space cops, and bounty hunters. The subject, Zack Danger, wanted for heinous crimes against the galaxy. 50 zillion credits dead or alive. He must be brought to justice.
Save us, save us, save us, save. 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 If I save them, would they know? If I save them, would they know? If I save them, would they know? If I save them, would they know?
The man in black fled across the desert, and the gunslinger followed.
Running through the desert, seeking shelter from the sun. Liquid silver dripping from my shiny, sweaty gun. Clinging to me closely, a memory with no name. Saying not a whisper as the metal starts to rain. I've never been a fighter, and I don't know why I'm here. Chasing castles in the sky with hunters at my heels. Tell me, Lady Luck, why have you brought me to this place? Where the wind burns your skin and the sun melts your face. Rolling, rolling, the tide man you must follow. Western singer, a path leads to your sorrow. Rolling thunder with friends, will you lose tomorrow? Rolling, 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 rolling. The wolves are howling louder for their bellies to be fed. The wizard draws the cards of things that haven't happened yet. The revolver's running empty, the barrel's smoking hot. The wild town is sleeping from the lead that I had brought. Rolling, rolling, the
Previously on Color Guards. Alicia berated Darrison's recklessness.
Get revenge.
But don't get hurt.
I'm gonna burn this city to the ground, and I'm gonna storm out.
Luminitsa received a tempting proposition from Lucian.
What do you want? Do you want to be part of the Ghost Council? Because I haven't heard anything. You said your father, the Ghost Council, or fuck all of that. What do you want to do?
Zamaya reluctantly agreed to assist the renegades.
Are you actually asking for assistance this time as opposed to torturing and branding a man before you bring him to me?
The roving gangs of District 9 were enlisted.
Maybe cause a little chaos, cover our escape if need be.
Matisse attacked.
Well, I was wondering when you all were around.
Join us this week on Color Guards.
Hello! Welcome tonight to Color Guards. We are a live stream Dungeons & Dragons Let's Play show featuring an all-LGBTQ cast of adventurers, storytellers, and crewmen. Thank you all so much for tuning in tonight. You cannot see me as we are zoomed in on this very beautiful... I'm just going to gesture wildly. We're zoomed in on this very beautiful set. Tonight, our Renegades of Ravnica are doing battle with Matisse. Finally, Ministrant Matisse Urkovitz of the Orzhov Syndicate. You just caught up with our previously on, edited by our wonderful director of photography, Zane Pena. So you know kind of where we are currently at this exact point in time, as the party has infiltrated Procene Basilica, possibly spooked some kind of horrifying, shrieking gargoyle thrall creature, made its way to the rooftop, Darrison hiding out on the corner of one of the mausoleums on the top of this ruined basilica here. But not before he garnered the aid of some of the roving Rakdos bands that are within the 9th District here, this kind of like ruined section of the city of Ravnica itself. So, with that out of the way, let's go ahead and jump straight into the action tonight. We have already rolled for initiative, the party seeing Matisse make his way out of the mausoleum and begin to rise in this shadowy form at the bottom of his feet as he bared his fangs and revealed his vampire lineage. And with that, we are going to go ahead and jump straight in. So, Luminitsa, with a fabulous initiative roll of 21, you are up first.
I'm just going to do the ready action.
Okay, so you're going to prep in case something gets... starts heading towards you?
Yeah.
Okay, right now you are currently huddled behind Thone and Korak.
Yes.
Do you want to make your way inside the gates of this kind of like mausoleum area, or do you want to kind of like stay huddled out from them?
Oh my god.
Thank you.
Some WD-40 for the hinges.
Look, this is a disused.
No, I'm
It's
gonna
a
hang back.
historical
I'm gonna hang
site.
back. I'm gonna stay where I'm at.
Okay, great. So you can also take the hide action as a bonus action.
I'll do that.
So you can ready a crossbow and then hide behind the hulking forms of your two more physical
I'll do that.
people. Cool, so go ahead and roll me a stealth check. You're going to roll a d20 and then add your stealth.
So 11 plus stealth. Where?
It's me
Okay.
here.
That was high. Sorry, 15.
You actually get to 3 plus 4 because you are expertise in stealth.
So 18?
18 total, yeah. You kind of like get really low to the ground, knock a crossbow bolt in your hand crossbow, and just kind of like wait behind Thone and Korak, just kind of at the ready.
Okay.
For as soon as you see the whites of something's eyes heading towards you, you are ready to loose that crossbow bolt.
Okay.
And that is going to bring us to Matisse.
Oh no.
Oh shit.
He rolled very, very high today. I was very proud.
That's why you were upset that I rolled him what you did.
I
He was
guess,
higher than him.
Because I
Okay.
was so pumped. And then all of y'all rolled really, really well. And it's fine. But he does get to go first. So he is going to...
I'm sorry, excuse me. Are there like 4 different sheets of abilities
Yeah.
for Matisse over there?
Did you also see the spell cards?
This is Matisse. It's the big guy.
You have like a ream of paper for his stats and like 12 spell cards.
Look, this is Matisse, he's the big guy, so, you know, deal with it.
Oh.
It's fine. Alright, so he is going to, having already levitated his way into the air, he is going to, he's going to float a little bit further so that he can get up to, he's actually going to be above this kind of like ornate sarcophagus there. And he is going to hold out a claw towards Korak. Korak, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw for me.
Oh, God. And wisdom. Well, that's going to be a 7. I think. Wait.
What?
Am I missing wisdom? No, wisdom. Yeah, no, it's a 7.
A 7?
Yeah.
You are charmed by Matisse as you feel his spell influence.
Why is it always
Because he just goes,
not great.
he holds out his hand and
It's a
goes,
plus 0.
don't worry. We'll make sure they get rid of him, and then you and I can spend a little time inside. And just kind of floats back towards the mausoleum and kind of like beckoning you forward. What? Hold on.
So, okay.
On your turn, we will see to that.
Gotcha.
Now it is the gargoyles' turns.
Damn.
I know that's why I was so bothered.
Okay.
Guess what? He used his trans dice to roll most of
It
this.
was,
and
yes.
Right. I'm not afraid.
They're too
of
powerful
gargoyles.
this month.
I know
Yes.
we're in extreme form.
So you all
Super
watch
Saiyan
as this one right here to the right of you turns and leaps into the air off of that pedestal. You can actually remove that and put the very creepy gargoyles there.
I'm a stone worker.
Break it.
Yeah.
It's going to it's going to fly to kind of like the outset right outside of the gate there. And
precarious.
you are going to get your ready to action because it did fly towards you.
Okay.
So now you may make an attack against it.
Okay, now what does that mean?
So you're going to roll a d20, and
Okay.
you are shooting with your hand crossbow, so you're going to add 5 to whatever you roll.
So 10 plus 5.
So 15?
Yes.
That is definitely going to hit.
Okay.
And you were hidden from it, so you are going to get to add your sneak attack damage. So you add 1d6 to the roll, so you're going to shooting with your hand crossbow,
Yeah, okay.
and you add another d6 to that damage.
So
Roll again.
Thank
Mhm.
you. So yeah.
For plus
7.
your dexterity, so you deal
Jesus.
10 points of
Okay.
damage total.
10.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you're a rogue.
Welcome
you get
to-
do lots of damage.
Oh, okay.
Welcome to Sneak Attack Rogue Luminitsa.
I like this. Okay.
Whenever she actually gets to hide and do a bunch of damage. So
Ah.
you sink a bolt square in, and you watch as it's flying forward, and you see its jaw kind of unhinge and start to drip down low, like it's going to shriek like it did before.
Yeah.
And you sink one straight into the back of it. And it starts screeching louder and louder and louder. I need all of you to go ahead and make
God.
wisdom saving throws.
Good night. Okay.
Does that include me?
Yes.
Oh.
Oh, no, you were far away.
Oops.
You're good.
Okay.
4.
4?
Yes.
9.
9?
10.
And 10? Okay. So, you 3, you have disadvantage on your attack rolls and ability checks for 1 round, and you cannot take your reaction during this round until it gets back to you. It's not so bad because you guys haven't taken your turn yet, so once you start your next turn, you'll be able to get your reaction back. But technically,
You'll have disadvantage for that.
you'll still have disadvantage on your attack rolls and ability checks until he gets back to his turn. Oof. You all watch, Darrison, you watch as this one actually takes to the sky, and it's going like it's going to fly over top here. And you watch, actually, as this series of like hooked and barbed chains come launching up from the side of the building as it's screeching, and they sink into its flesh. Along the side of it, it starts screeching and crying, and then all of a sudden you hear from down below, "Oi! I think we got one!" And it gets sucked down the
Damn.
side of the
My
building.
boys! My boys!
And you start hearing this like sickening
Best tank I'll
sound
ever
of like
spent.
crunching and slashing and It's a bloody affair down there. So that gargoyle is taken care of because you convinced a gang to help you out.
And this one's still up, right?
Yes,
Okay.
that one is good. But as opposed to fighting 2 gargoyles in Matisse, because
Okay.
y'all bought off help,
Okay.
you're
That's
now only
Tangle
fighting 1
Aerosmith.
gargoyle in Matisse.
Okay.
And your rogue just sneak attacked the gargoyle, so he's not doing well.
Oh, okay, okay.
Or
You dealt a lot of damage in 1 hit. You did
Hey,
good.
I did good. I'm
So
excited.
that is going to bring us over to Thone.
Thone's gonna finish off that gargoyle. Can I reach him?
Okay. You can. He's about like 10 feet in the air, but with your height and your like another 5 foot of reach, you're easily able to still reach him.
Okay.
You are going to have disadvantage on your attacks though, as the shrieking is still kind of like ringing in your ears, and you're like being really disoriented from it.
All right. So, but I still get my 2 attacks per round, just both at disadvantage.
Yeah.
There's a 19.
And the disadvantage would be 11 plus your fisticuffs.
That would be plus.
Oh, that would be to
and
hit.
strength.
Yeah, to hit.
Oh, and strength.
So it'd be
Right.
dex or strength plus your proficiency bonus.
Okay. Sorry, I thought strength was only for damage. All right. 14.
14. That is just going to hit.
All right.
So you do still get to roll your damage.
That is 5.
How do you kill the gargoyle?
That's just going to be a
Because your
shattering
rogue-
blow just right through his body.
Oh my god.
Because your rogue set it up and you knocked it down, and using your stonemasonry expertise, you know where to strike with continued effectiveness.
Work that.
And as you hit it, it just kind of like erupts and shatters across everything.
Excellent.
So good job. I'm just gonna go ahead and remove that. Never mind.
Kill it.
We did. Pretty quickly.
All right.
Huzzah.
The only other thing I would want to do is try to get closer to Matisse.
Okay, great. You can go ahead and bring him up with the speed. He's going to be able to get right in front of that first sarcophagus there. Bam.
The only place he can fit.
You know. So that's going to finish off Thone's turn there, and that's going to bring us to Lucian.
I'm just gonna call out, hey Matisse, I've been in talk. I've been in communication with the Ghost Council, and it doesn't have to be this way. They're not mad at you. They just want my father. I promise you, I can make sure you're safe. We don't have to do this.
Okay. Make a persuasion check. Oh. They're not mad. They're just disappointed.
9. Yeah, they're just disappointed.
9.
Oh god. I hate
just,
that I can see your rules.
You just hear him. You just hear him cackle into
Yeah.
the air loudly, like the mist continuing to billow underneath him.
Okay, this is how you want to do this. And I'm gonna like shoot out my staff at him and try and throw fire in his face. So 10 plus 5, 15.
15. That's just going to miss. You actually watch as when the firebolt releases, the shadows underneath kind of like billow up and like kind of knock it away.
Damn. That was a warning shot. I'm gonna give you time to reconsider, Matisse.
Darrison, you are.
I'm not giving him any time to consider anything. I'm going to slowly step out from behind my hiding place behind the mausoleum.
Okay.
As I draw my rapier and pull that Orzhov charm out of my pocket.
Okay.
And just slew of every possible bad name that I could call him in Abyssal, Common, and Elvish. Every language I know, I'm
Great.
going to call him all the bad names and cast Bestow Curse with my Orzhov charm.
Ooh. Okay.
So he has to make a Wisdom saving throw.
Can you curse a vampire?
Which I assume it would use my spell save DC?
Yes.
Unless there's a preset one.
He rolled a natural 1.
Wow.
Which works because he didn't know you were there.
So, while cursed, for 1 minute, he must make a Wisdom saving throw at the start of each of his turns. If it fails, waste his action that turn doing nothing.
Yes.
Okay.
And that
You
would
actually
be my...
watch as far above the mausoleum that you were standing in front of, there is a shattered stained glass insignia of the Orzhov syndicate. Let me speak a little bit better. And you actually watch as you thrust up your hand and it kind of like brings his attention to it. And you watch as from behind the shattered insignia, the Rakdos insignia begins to burn ever brighter past it. And it just kind of like casts this like sickly pale over him.
And then the charm in my hand just dissolves into nothing.
It does.
It says it vanishes. And then I'm going to use my bonus action and call out to Luminitsa.
Okay.
And say, we've got him right where I want him. And throw her some bardic inspiration.
Cool.
Love it.
Yeah, please.
So you may, whenever you make an attack roll or a saving throw, you may, or an ability check, you may roll that die along with it and add it to the roll.
Oh.
You can do it after you see what you've rolled, but before you know if it succeeds.
Yeah,
or not.
succeeds or fails. Okay.
Great. So Korak, we are up to you. Roll a wisdom check for me, not a save, just a general check.
That's a nat 20.
Nat 20? Okay.
Wow.
Great. I don't think you can even do it with that. No. Okay. So he calls out to that they are intruders here. We need to keep them away. You can't actively do anything harmful against him, but you are not convinced that like the people that you're working for are doing something bad. So you can't hurt the other people, but you can't also hurt Matisse.
Okay.
But he did beckon you forth, so you can move closer to him.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. How far? Like right around phone?
Yeah, I'm gonna say that because you're not gonna spend your action continuing forward.
No.
There's this this inner conflict within you. You are still charmed by him, obviously.
If someone
But,
smacks him, he won't be charmed, right?
He can attempt anotber saving.
Okay.
Try to save it.
Are you gonna set him on fire?
No. Not again.
But you're still kind of like having these conflicting feelings where you know what Matisse is saying is right, but like also there's something else there and it's not quite correct. So you're kind of like lost within yourself and you're not able to do a lot. That's going to bring us back over to Luminitsa.
I want to get closer and then do my hide. Is that an option?
Yeah, you can actually move up to the back of this gate here. Go ahead
Okay.
and put Luminitsa like on the other side of the gate. Like right there.
Okay.
Yeah. And then you can bonus action hide again.
Yeah.
And then depending on how well you do,
Yeah.
you could use your action to shoot at Matisse.
Okay.
And since you were hidden, you would get sneak attack.
Okay, yeah, I want to do that.
So go ahead and hide.
Okay, and so I roll
Stealth check, right?
5 plus. God, you think I would know this by
5
now?
plus 7.
So 5 plus 7, so 12.
Okay. Would you like to use your bardic inspiration? You don't have to.
No.
Okay. Then go ahead and you're going to try to attack Matisse.
No.
You just have your action. You're just going to hang there?
Yeah.
Okay, great. You do still have a couple other options. I believe you do have a poison that you can apply to your weapons.
Yes, I have 5 ammo for poisoned weapons.
Yes. So what you can do is you can start taking, for your action, you can take it and then it'll be ready at the start of your next turn, where you can start poisoning the tips of your crossbow bolts, and you'll have 5 poisoned bolts.
Okay, I want to do that.
Cool. So that'll be your action. So go ahead and spend one of your poisons and mark down that your next 5 shots are going to be poison shots. Okay. And that is going to bring us to Matisse, who has to make a wisdom saving throw because he's cursed. That is a 7, so that is most definitely not going to save. So he can't. He has to use his action doing nothing.
He has to waste his action doing nothing.
Okay, great. He is going to curse at the insignia. He can still move, so he's going to fly within the thing here. Yeah, it opens up, y'all. It's cool as hell. So he's going to fly within the mausoleum here. And try to like take cover because he is scared and cursed. Okay, he's not having a great day.
I gave him the opportunity.
I know you did.
You did.
The gargoyles are dead, given that the Rakdos gang underneath was able to like grappling hook them down to the ground because they're horrifying little gangster monsters. And you hear like the clattering of chains and something just kind of like sickly dragging on the ground below, away from the church. They are claiming their kill. So that is going to bring us to Thone.
Let's hope.
Let's hope not.
Go ahead, Thone. So you are back to normal, so you have all of your things.
Well, Thone wants to charge in there and pummel a vampire.
Of course. Gladly so.
He's not gonna
So I'm just
fit.
I don't think
take-
he's gonna
he's not gonna fit. No, but we can just put you right outside of it, and we will
Like
say.
reach your hand.
Reach in there, come here.
Yes. It's that horrifying thing in like all the dinosaur movies, wherever like the dinosaur's mouth is through and it's like biting and chomping, and the person's like, motherfucker.
All right.
So go ahead and Loxodon door punch.
Like, do I need to
Punch- no,
through
you're
the door,
punching
or-
him.
I can just punch him?
Yeah.
Alright. I'm going to go ahead and expend a key point.
Ooh, okay.
To go ahead and activate Flurry of Blows.
Okay, well first make
attacks.
your normal attack, and then you can spend your key point on your bonus action to do 2 hits.
Okay.
2 punches.
2 extra hits. Okay, well that's not gonna hit.
Okay. Now do you want to key point to Flurry of Blows?
Yeah, I do.
Great. So now you get 2 more strikes against him.
That's gonna be 14.
14, that is going to miss, unfortunately.
Oh.
Nat 20.
Hey, there you go. So you're going to roll for damage, and the die roll itself is going to be doubled.
Ooh. That's 9 damage.
Oh.
Wow.
So you're kind of like reaching through this this mausoleum doorway, and it's hard to get a bead on him. And then finally, after you kind of like ducks a few times, you kind of like thrust out your trunk and slam him into the side of the wall of the mausoleum. And you hear this kind of like sickly crack as like something in his body definitely hit the wrong way.
Cool.
Woof. Get it. That was me.
All right.
That's gonna bring us to Lucian.
Okay, I'm gonna move up my full movement here as far as I can go. Can I like
You can get
attack
just to
him?
the other side of that.
Can I like attack into there?
No, I'm saying you can get to like you can get to there.
There. Can I like attack into there past this?
You can, but I'm gonna say that he's gonna have half cover, so it's gonna give him a little bit of an AC buff.
Okay.
Or advantage on his dexterity checks because there's stuff in the way.
Okay, well I'm not worried about dexterity. So I'm gonna tell him, hey Matisse, don't say I didn't warn you. And then my my crystal on my staff glows green, and in the air I draw like the symbol of one of those beaked plague doctor masks, and it like inhales and then exhales this like ghostly miasma that travels towards him as I cast Ray of Sickness.
Y'all can't see, but my face is shook.
On Matisse. 19?
That is.
I'm sorry. 21.
21,
Yeah.
both hit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. So
19 would have hit.
He
He got a
takes-
buff from half cover, but even then.
He takes 2d8 poison damage. And he needs to make a Constitution saving throw.
I'm sorry, I'm very upset.
We saved all the cool shit for this fight.
A 16 on his Constitution saving throw.
My spell save is 15.
Okay.
But he takes 6 poison damage.
Okay. Rude.
Damn it!
Not
I was
gonna
hoping I
lie.
would poison him.
I mean, not gonna lie, that was super rude.
He
but
has
it's fine.
he now has chicken pox.
Oh,
that's
that's
the
what it
lore.
is?
Yeah, that's the lore.
He should have got
You
vaccinated.
gave him-
Yeah, he should have gotten vaccinated. See, his parents were anti-vaxxers, and now it's costing
Look,
him.
sorry.
Why is it
The
vampire?
Orzhov Church is clearly putting something in those vaccines. He's read his information. There you go, guys. Canon. Matisse is an anti-vaxxer.
Oh my god.
We've decided. Darrison, you are up.
I am going to, seeing the familiar look in Korak's eyes of him being charmed once again, I'm going to come up to him, I'm going to grab him by the shoulders, I'm going to look into his eyes, I'm going to say, Korak, we really fucking need you right now. I'm going to bonus action give him some bardic inspiration.
Okay.
And then I will use my action to try to shake the charm out of him.
Great.
To give him a save, right?
Well, you can deal
I will
like
smack
you can
him across
slap.
the face.
Great.
Yeah,
Awesome.
I will shake him, smack him.
So
Come
go
on.
ahead, take 1 point of bludgeoning damage. As wait, I'm sorry. What is your strength modifier?
It's actually -1.
Great. So you take no points of bludgeoning damage because Darrison is a weak,
It
frail
actually
little thing.
Hurt my hand a little
Yes.
bit.
You
but
take
He
one
like
point.
slapped.
Take 1 point.
He slapped and he went. Go ahead and roll a wisdom saving throw.
11.
And you can
Add
add your
bardic
bardic inspiration.
to it, if you'd like.
You should add your bardic inspiration to it.
That's what I did. Yeah.
Fine. 16.
16, you save. So you snap out of it.
Got my
Um,
boy
That
back.
is gonna make it very interesting.
Got my boy back. Oh, and I would be like.
Yeah, you're right up
Yeah.
on. Great. So, Correct, it is your turn. You've just snapped out of being charmed
Wait,
again.
What is going on?
He's
wait.
in there. Please do the thing.
Do
Do the thing.
Yeah.
Okay. I guess I will try to get as far as I can around, or.
You can get directly in front of him,
If
charging
Okay.
it
through
makes
the
you
door.
angry, he's the one who charmed you.
Oh, okay. And I guess I'll rage.
Bonus action,
And
rage, and
attack.
attack.
Stuck those spells.
Right.
That would be 9.
9, that is not gonna hit.
Wait, no, it's. I also have my strength, right?
Mm-hmm. And your
I'm still not
proficiency
gonna.
bonus.
No.
Yeah.
It would be like.
He hears you like charging past, like the stonework just kind of like a little bit cracking as it goes, and he's just like, huh, and kind of like huddles down as you just blindly rage charge in and just swing through the air, missing. That is going to bring us back to Luminita.
Okay, I want to get closer and like hide behind like whatever I can hide up that's close.
You can
enough
get
to-
right up next to Lucy in there and hide on the other side of that.
Okay. Can I get any closer and still hide or no?
Because you'd have to like loop around, it's
Oh,
gonna
okay.
cost. You could attempt to try to climb over the fence as a part of your movement, but if you fail the check, I would say that you like fall prone on the other side of the
Can
fence.
she bonus action dash at this level?
She's trying to bonus action hide.
I'm trying to bonus
Oh,
action hide
yeah,
so I can get like a clear shot, but I don't think I can get a clear shot.
It's a tiny mausoleum full of elephants and minotaurs.
I know, there's
Yeah.
so many things
The
around.
biggest.
You can
people
still
went in
shoot
first.
from there.
Yeah.
He would just have half cover because there's so many things in front of him. So he would have like a higher AC to hit.
Okay.
But if you properly hide, then since you're sneak attacking him, you would actually have advantage on the roll because he doesn't know you're there because there's too much other shit in the way.
Okay, I'll try that then.
So go ahead and hide.
Hide, so that's this guy.
Stealth roll.
3 plus, so was it
Ooh, 10.
10? Yeah. Yeah, okay.
But you can still
Let's put
attempt
that one
to
over there.
attack him
Okay.
if you want.
Because
you do have a poisoned bolt at the ready.
But he has half cover.
Yeah, so you'd have a higher AC.
No, I'm not
No.
gonna do it.
Okay. If you want, you can
get
then
some
spend your
bardic
action to
inspiration
try to get
when you
closer.
need it.
Yes, I want to do that. I want to get closer.
Cool. So you're gonna spend your turn after failing to hide there. You can actually loop around and get to the other side.
I'm taking that gargoyle with me.
That gargoyle's not even alive, but you said fuck him. Luminita's
Just
still a
to be
little
sure,
drunk.
we
She just
broke-
saw gargoyles and she was like, ah!
Just to
Luminita's
be
is
sure, we
still
break
drinking.
break all the statues.
Okay,
Well,
so you're
not
just
the
gonna get to the
flask.
other side there
Yeah,
and kind of like
yeah.
hold
Yeah.
at the ready.
Okay.
That is gonna bring us to him. And in a moment of panic confronted by everyone here, you're going to see the smoke cloud that's billowing at the bottom of him just expand, and it's going to fill the entire mausoleum area here in darkness.
Does he still need to make a wisdom save?
Oh, he does! Thank you.
Oh
Yeah,
no.
curse.
He a cursed
How long
bitch.
is he cursed?
1 minute.
For 1 minute.
1 minute.
13
That's only 10
That
actions.
is my spell save DC.
is your CC. Cool.
So
Great.
he gets his turn this
So
time.
he gets his turn. So
Oh.
now,
He's
because
still cursed for a minute.
Thank you, Trans Pride Die. I don't know why the Trans Pride Die is helping a evil vampire, but
Right.
you know,
Hey.
things. So he's going to flood the mausoleum with darkness. You may make a attack roll at disadvantage, as he's going to try to move away from you.
But it's dark.
But because it's in the dark and like you can't see him, it's going to be a little bit harder to hit him as well.
Is Thone still technically engaged? I know we put him outside.
Yes, you would also get an attack roll at disadvantage.
I would give it a try. At disadvantage.
Disadvantage. That's not gonna hit. I'm
Ooh,
not even
that
gonna roll
is
again.
So 13 plus 5 is 18 plus my strength and proficiency.
is.
I think it's just plus the 5 because that should be your
Yeah.
proficiency and
Plus
strength
5, so
together.
18.
18. That is still going to hit him. So
Okay.
you were going to get your hit, but you were not.
And your raging, so you use that rage damage.
Yes. 9 plus 2
Plus strength.
plus strength.
Mm-hmm. 11,
9,
14.
10, 11, 14. Yeah.
Cool.
Hello. We had this
Oh.
conversation about gays can't math, and
Yeah,
no,
you
we
know what?
can't.
Accurate. But you see him disappear somewhere within the darkness of the mausoleum.
Oh.
Somewhere amidst there.
Oh, but didn't I get an attack?
Yeah, you got you got a hit off of him, and you heard this like sickly slosh as blood splattered across the wall.
Okay.
But you don't
Know where he is
where
now.
he is because it is flooded in complete and total darkness. And that's gonna bring us to the gargoyles are dead. Stone.
Yes. Well, I can't see in the dark.
Well, and not even in this darkness. If you had dark vision.
This is advanced darkness?
This is the actual
Magical
darkness
darkness.
spell.
Magical.
Well,
Like if you were to put a light in there, it would immediately snuff out.
Wow.
That kind of darkness.
Damn. You don't play.
The darky darkness that is darky.
I do not have anything that would help me here.
You can ready an attack. If he would attempt to attack you physically or anything like that, you could basically ready an attack to counterattack him. Since he would have to get up close to you.
Yeah, I'll do that. That's all I really can do.
Okay.
I don't have blind fight. Can't see
No.
magical darkness. So
All right.
ready an attack.
That's going to bring us to Lucian.
Usually I know what I'm gonna do when it comes to my turn.
I know, I'm sorry, I spooked
But
you.
Darkness.
he can float, so that's not even useful at all.
Pickle.
Okay, I'm just gonna prepare an action that if I get to the point where I can see Matisse anywhere, like in there, like if the dark anticipates, that I'm going to cast Toll the Dead on him. But that's all.
Okay.
Actually, I'm gonna like move around, like kind of behind Thone, like peeking around him, but in safety.
Okay.
And then do that.
I mean, Thone is
Ready
inside.
my action.
Cool.
Don't is
Oh, you
inside
are
the
inside.
Yeah,
I thought you just
Yeah.
you were,
can't
I thought
fit.
just
No,
you were
he's,
riveting for
you know,
inside. Oh, okay.
We were just flavoring it.
Well,
that
I'm still
because
gonna stand on the outside.
Thone is a big
He's a
boy.
large man.
Yeah, so I'll be on the outside. So I
Thone
guess
is a
like.
large
No,
man.
I'm gonna
he
be
was-
back here. We're gonna
okay.
chill back here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like how you were like,
I'm not gonna get that
I'm
close.
gonna-
Yeah.
No.
And yeah, I ready my spell.
Okay. That's going to bring us to Darrison.
Can I?
Man, that bestow curse. That was...
You gave
You gave it to
I
him.
know.
I know.
But I'm saying that was...
Can I get inside the mausoleum?
From where... Yeah, of course.
Jam packed, but yeah.
I wanna. Can I like hug the wall and go around? I want to try to get around to the backside as far as I can.
Okay.
The
You're
back
about
end,
halfway...
right?
You're about like 2/3 of the way through it.
Yeah, because wherever Matisse is, I want to try to help flank with Korak.
Try to cover as much space
yeah.
so that between the three of you... Like, the three of you have this whole corner right
yeah.
here covered. So, like, essentially he has to be kind of towards this back corner at this point or somewhere above you.
I've got my rapier at the ready. I will ready my attack if I see him.
Okay. That's going to bring us to Korak.
I can't see him, so I guess we're just all readying attacks.
Okay.
Just
Cool.
wildly swing
Just
into
at the
the
ready.
Just do that.
Okay.
If he could float above me, then.
So that's going to bring us to Luminitza.
Luminitza's gonna disengage and go hang back a minute. She's
Okay.
not going into the
You don't have to disengage because he's not right next to you.
Okay, well that would back the fuck up.
Yeah. Disengage would be if somebody is next to you and you don't want them to get a free hit at you just for walking away.
Got it.
So you only ever have to use the disengage action or for you a bonus action.
Okay.
If you're like a bunch of people have swarmed you and you go, ooh, how about not?
Okay, yeah, I just want to back up.
Okay, great. Do you want to attempt to hide once more?
Sure.
Come on, hiding. Welcome to the rogue's bread and butter when they can't just like talk their way out of
Yeah.
the thing. They hide and then they shoot. Or they stab.
So that's 21 plus 7.
20.
20.
Promise y'all, we're gonna break that gaze can't math thing. We're gonna work it out. All right. So you kind of like take that moment as it like the darkness kind of like billows a little bit out into like the front of that doorway too. So as soon as that hits, you're like, ooh, okay, and you like run and you hide behind that thing, kind of like crossbow at the ready in case anything pops out. But you use that moment to kind of like use that as a cover to be able to run away and scurry away and hide.
Okay.
So now it is Matisse's turn, and
he has to make a wisdom save.
Unless
he already did. He broke the curse, right?
No, he's cursed for a minute, and every turn he has to.
Yeah.
Really, it doesn't. It doesn't break that.
It just says I looked it because I had to look it up because I don't have the spell.
I mean,
but
because
he's
it only
cursed
lasts
for
for
the duration of the spell, and then when I cast it, I get to choose one of the options. Must make a wisdom saving throw at the start of each of its turns. If it fails, it wastes its action doing that turn doing nothing.
Yeah, it's not breaking the spell. It's just so however
because
long
later,
that minute is.
like at higher levels, you can have concentration up to 10 minutes.
Then yeah, he's still cursed, but he's somewhere amidst the darkness.
Wesley's never giving you anything nice.
It's called bestow curse.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it's a B.
Great. Then he is going to.
Oh, it is concentration up to a minute, but yeah.
Well, how long is a minute?
Well, that's kind of up to.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Okay.
So technically, a minute would be 10 rounds.
Because the round is about 6 seconds.
Got it. Okay. Okay.
Okay. Well.
I'm keeping track of his rounds.
Then he's in the mausoleum, cursed and afraid.
Is a round a turn?
Yeah. A round is like
one of
everybody's turn.
everybody.
Everybody's turn.
10 rounds.
Okay.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. No, he's kind of fucked.
Because it's all happening at the same time.
Thun, you're up.
I'm tired of the coward in the darkness. I'm gonna swing in the darkness.
Oh my god.
Okay. Do you
Good
want to
idea.
move forward any, or are you kind of like
Oh yeah.
staying back?
I'm gonna try to like where I saw him go. You know, best guess.
Okay. Roll me a attack at disadvantage because you don't know where he is.
Nat 20 and 10 plus 3, 13.
Okay, that is going to miss. You just kind of swing and hit wild air.
Do it again.
Okay.
All right.
Bonus action swing.
Nope.
No. Okay. Good talk. So Thun kind of like cautiously moves into the middle of the mausoleum and is just kind of like checking shadowboxing. But you
Quite
do not
literally
find
shadowboxing.
contact with anything. Lucian.
Oh, jeez. Hey Matisse, this isn't funny anymore. Could you just like fight us like a normal person? This is very dishonorable. I guess you don't care about that, being that you like attacked your own guild, but.
I love how Lucian's just talking himself
like,
out.
So maybe you
can get live. This is live.
Yeah.
Lumi almost loses her
I know,
stealth
just
because
like,
she's
Jesus Christ, Lucian.
So I don't know what this darkness is. I'm going to cast minor illusion inside there and make the minor illusion of like a lamp.
You guys, this is magical darkness.
Okay.
It's probably the
But I don't know
spell
that.
darkness.
But
Oh,
I
that's
don't know.
true.
Well,
that.
it is an illusion.
Yeah.
So it doesn't actually have any light source in and of itself.
Yeah.
Even if it's
He's still
illusion of a lamp.
Is it just a
But
lamp
great.
covered in darkness?
Yeah.
There's just a lamp in there now.
Yeah.
But none of us
It
know.
would be the equivalent of me drawing a lamp on this piece of paper and then like sticking it somewhere and trying to get light out of it.
Okay.
But yeah.
I'm just thinking of somebody just
That-
like, what the fuck is this lamp?
Yeah, I'm boxing the darkness and the lamp appears. It doesn't light up.
I'm ready my attack.
There it is.
That
I'll be right back.
didn't work like I thought it would.
Like, why is there a lamp?
I'm at a loss, guys.
Well, yeah, you just put a lamp
Well,
in there.
There's a lamp floating.
We're working through it. Darkness is
nothing.
We'll make it happen. Darrison, you were up.
I will call out to Matisse.
Okay.
Careful, it's dangerous.
The Boros man wants me to take you alive, but anything could happen in the darkness. If you prefer to leave here still breathing, give yourself up now.
You can't take him alive. He's already dead.
Make a persuasion check.
God damn it.
Persuasion, a 12.
Okay.
Is that like a loophole we can use?
Yes, it is.
Anything else? Do you wish to like do any actions? Do any?
I will just I will ready my action again. I want to stab somebody. Is there furniture in here? Can I get higher up?
There is so next to where Korak was, there is a stone like sarcophagus or like coffin inside here.
I'm gonna get up on top of it in case he's in the air.
Okay.
Ready that rapier.
Ah.
We'll stab.
Look
That's
at you.
Come on.
Yeah.
I
stab
did this
one.
setup. All right. Korak is going to hold his position at the door. The rage is going to drop because there have not been attacks on Korak, or Korak has not been able to attack. But Korak is going to hold his position at the door, kind of like just ready to hold the door, and protect him from getting out the way. But
Too soon.
never. Lumi, you are up.
3 years ago.
Lumi don't know what to do.
Fire blindly into the darkness.
No, she doesn't do that. She's just gonna hold her position.
Okay, great. You're just readying for as soon as Matisse pops out of the darkness.
I mean, what else can she do?
Great.
Yeah.
That darkness is a bitch of a spell.
Yeah, I'm not gonna put lamps in there.
Doesn't it fade at some point?
Huh?
The
So darkness can actually last up to 10 minutes, but he does have to concentrate on the darkness.
Ah.
This is important because he was levitating earlier, and levitate is a concentration spell as well.
Oh, so you can only do one at a time. Got it.
So it's going to move to Matisse's turn, and I guess he's going to wisdom saving throw again. This spell is the absolute worst, but he saved with a 15. Okay, I hate that spell. It's fine. I'm not angry.
Is it a bad spell? Let me see.
I just like
Is
that
it a
you're
bad
at
spell?
later
Oh my
levels.
gosh.
At later levels.
Darison, you're going to hear a very conniving whisper from behind you as it just goes, "Don't worry, I don't plan on leaving." And you're going to hear
Do I get to
this
stab behind me?
You're going to hear this sink. You can make an attack at disadvantage because he did reveal himself within the darkness, but it is still darkness.
18.
18. That is going to hit even with the darkness edition. So go ahead and roll an attack, and then he's going to get to do his.
5 piercing damage.
5 piercing damage. Okay.
Does he have to save for concentration?
He does to see if he gets to. Let me
If he
roll
hits
into
me,
the
I
thing.
have to save too. So.
He does
Battle
save
of
for his
Wills.
darkness spell.
Okay.
However, he can see in his magical darkness because he's an awful
Of course he
person.
can.
And you hear the unfurling of a chain.
Oh no.
And he is going to attempt to make an attack roll against you. You cannot see him, so he does get advantage. And he rolled a natural 20.
Oof.
Mm-hmm.
Michael. Yeah.
Go ahead.
Who has the least? Oh, you have the least hit points.
So
Yeah,
he's
I've less
so
than the fucking wizard.
you're gonna take 8 piercing damage and 2 necrotic damage.
Oh my god.
As this chain wraps around your torso and a small sickle stabs into your neck.
Holy shit.
And
This is a
you
real chain,
are,
not a magical chain?
It's a real chain.
Okay.
And you are grappled by him. So he is going to, since he has you grappled, he is going to attempt to do a bonus action bite attack against you.
Okay.
You're going to die.
You're going to be a vampire.
And that's another natural.
Oh,
20.
what? Look, I'm all about trans pride, but fuck these dice right now.
No, I would hate him too.
I'm really glad you're rolling in front of us.
So you take, it's only his bite attack. So you take.
Is it more than 4?
No. So you take 2 points of piercing damage as he bites down into
not
you.
more than 4.
And he is going to heal for that plus that. So that would be, he heals for 3 points of damage.
And I have to make.
And I need you.
Concentration saves, right?
Well, yeah. Go ahead and make a Constitution save against the first one.
8.
8. So he is going to break the bestow
No longer
curse.
cursed.
And then I need you to make a. I believe it is a. Oh,
Bringing out the paper.
wisdom?
Uh-oh.
I know I have to do this because he did the thing. I need you to make a charisma saving throw.
Oh, okay. Charisma. Fuck, I rolled low. A 10 though.
A 10. You are charmed by him.
Oh
After
my
all that, really, I'm
God.
charmed.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Like the TV show.
I'm
I
not
hate
a
to tell you
fan.
this, but
Not
it
a
might
fan.
be easier to just kind of push you over.
He kind of, as you feel your body kind of like slink into, you feel your body kind of slink into his embrace. He
I
goes,
can do that healing.
"You're going to help me get out of here, or you're going to die trying."
I'm gonna die trying.
Uh,
As I cough up blood
And that finishes
from the
Matisse's
side of my
turn.
neck.
Both of you give me perception checks. This is based on hearing.
Yeah, no, we can't see this,
right.
right?
No,
None of us
'cause
can
it's
see
in
this
the-
happening.
Y'all cannot because y'all are
elephant
far
ears.
outside, but they can attempt to hear me.
15.
15?
10.
10. So you have a pretty good idea, Korak, of where he is. You would still be at disadvantage, but because you have a general idea of it, he's not going to get the extra bonus to hit him on his AC because of the darkness. So you can at least attempt to hit him. It'll be at disadvantage, but you have a good idea of where it is. So rather than like wildly swinging into the dark, you can kind of pinpoint.
Okay.
Unfortunately,
I'll wildly swing into the dark. I got it.
He's like, I got this.
I was like, I got what you're saying. So Thone, you are up.
Wildly swinging into the dark. Here we go.
And he's not hitting any of us while wildly swinging.
I mean, I can tell what direction
If
he's
it's real
in.
bad, maybe. I mean, he's grappled me from behind, so I'm concerned about my own safety. But
I mean,
punch
I'm
his
also
lights
in the
out.
room.
Break his fucking concentration.
I don't think
Oh,
that's gonna work. 10 hit.
That is not.
Let's try it again. Second's 15 to hit.
15. Okay, it doesn't hit anything.
Okay.
Well, you're wildly swinging into the dark, and 15 is enough to possibly hit one of your allies who are in the dark. So there was a chance that you did that, but you didn't.
I
proud of
did.
you.
Thone's responsible like that. Responsible darkness punching.
And that's it for you.
That is.
Okay, that's gonna bring us to Lucian.
What was that? What's going on in there?
There's a vampire in the darkness. I say as I'm going like this.
Korak, what's going on in there?
I don't know. I heard possibly Darrison
Is dead.
going to die or is going to attack us. Either one. Choose your
Fuck.
favor.
So I'm like really panicked. I'm like, what do I do in this situation? I really don't know.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, you could just start
I know,
wildly, blindly.
I can't. If I blindly fire into there, I'm going to kill Darrison. We all know that's what's going to
Maybe.
happen.
Yeah, that's
No,
we
that's
all
I mean,
know.
yeah, no, I know.
This is not
Um,
how I wanted to go.
Okay.
wanna go out
Wait.
in the
He can
Matisse
see in his
Look
own
at her for a
darkness,
blaze
can't
of
he?
glory.
Yes.
Okay. I cast fog cloud inside the mausoleum
Ooh.
because they can't see anyway.
Look at this. I like it. I like what's
Lucian
happening.
getting creative.
I would say, but
I love.
wouldn't Matisse still be
Ooh.
able to see, maybe?
Nope.
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 He
No. The
can't-
fox.
Through
I
fog.
was gonna say he can't. Like, it is poor visibility within it.
Yeah.
So unless it is literally within like the 5-foot radius around him, he can't actually see past it.
Okay, I just didn't know because he could
So
see through
basically-
special magical darkness.
So
that...
it's heavily obscured.
Yeah, heavily
The fog
obscured.
is,
That's
like,
what it is,
physically
yeah.
For up to an
obscuring
hour
it,
with
so-
concentration.
Yeah.
Okay. And I'm just gonna stand outside. I'm actually gonna move over here and just like sit down.
Yeah, let's hotbox this
Sit
place.
down.
Oh, great.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm not going in there.
No, but why are you sitting on top of a tomb, man?
I mean, why
Come
not?
hide, but
Why not?
come hide where
No,
I'm
just
at.
sit
No,
on
no,
it.
no. I'm
He
sitting.
scores off. He
I'm
scores
sitting
off.
down and concentrating on the fog.
Okay. Well,
Okay.
all right.
He's doing the thing.
I want to be able to get like a good view
The whole
of what
thing
may or
through.
may
Okay.
not be going on in there.
Fair enough.
That's gonna bring us to Darrison. Darrison, I need you to make a wisdom check for me. Not a saving throw, just like a wisdom check.
11.
11? Okay. With everything going on, you know that you need to get out of the fog and the darkness. And you know that you need to get
The foggy darkness.
Matisse out of the fog and out of the darkness. You do have a level of trust against, trust with him.
Do I know that I need to get out alive? And would I have the faculties to heal myself in this situation?
I would say that you would have the faculties to still heal yourself, because you consider Matisse a friend. So you know that you have to get you and him out of the darkness and the fog, and you can't do so if you're going to die. That doesn't help anybody.
Yeah. Doesn't help anybody at all.
So I would say that you'd be able to like heal yourself and then be like, all right, boss, let's go.
Yeah. 5 hit points.
5 hit points? Okay. Because again, also, you can't move because you're currently wrapped up with him.
Yeah.
So he's gonna have to let you out.
Can I talk?
Yeah.
Can you climb?
He goes, well, I can certainly do more than climb if we need to.
I will. Well, I guess I can't. I will look up, but I can't see anything. But point up to the window, that broken window up, and suggest it as a possible escape route from this situation.
He goes, of course.
But I don't have anything that I could do physically.
Okay.
Because I can't see and I can't move.
Yeah.
All I've got is ideas. Let's go, Matisse.
He goes, don't worry. Just let me know whenever you're ready.
Ready when you are, Chief.
Okay. Korak, you are up.
So I know. Oh, I just know the vicinity.
Yeah, so you can make your attack at disadvantage, but he's not going to get bonuses from the fog or the darkness. And because enough time has passed, and you were not attacked, nor were you able to attack anything, your rage is dropped.
Yeah.
So you have, last round when you held your action, you came to your senses and realized that, like, you have to block the exit, so you've been holding your action there at the door into the mausoleum.
You haven't been able to hit anybody.
Yeah, I will try to find Matisse.
Okay.
And attack him.
Roll an attack at disadvantage, so roll twice and take the lower.
4 plus 5 is 9.
9, that is not going to hit, unfortunately.
I guess
Your
that's for the
your axe collides with the side of the mausoleum, and this kind of like sickening, kind of like scrape sound happens.
Matisse, show yourself, you coward.
Okay.
That's it. I'm not gonna try to do this.
Okay.
I could kill Darrison. So we're not gonna do it.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
All right. That's gonna bring us to Luminitza.
So we haven't seen them try to climb out that hole or anything.
You haven't seen
that.
anything,
Okay,
no.
all right. Well, since Lucien decided to sit on top of something, I'm gonna move. I'm still hiding, but I want to get to a point where I can grab him if I need to and yank him down if I need to. Like
Okay, cool. Yeah, you're right where you're at. You can do so.
So just basically, I'm gonna just make sure that this guy.
Ready in
doesn't
action
die.
to where if you see anything, you
Yeah,
go,
just
"Huh,"
I can grab him and pull him down.
Okay.
Getting himself
killed. Cool.
As he sits on
That is
this.
going to bring us to Matisse. Darrison, you're going to hear the chains drop from around you, and he goes, ready whenever you are. Those of you watch as the darkness dissipates. There is now just this dense hanging fog cloud in the air. And you feel his entire physical presence start to dissolve, and you all can watch as from that broken window atop there, I'm just going to do this here, this broken window here, you see a gaseous form pour out of the top of it, up to there.
Shit. Okay.
I mean, he's a vampire, of course he's got like a gas form.
That's fair. Okay.
And it kind of floats into the air there.
Okay.
Kill it.
Okay.
Shoot it.
Okay.
And that's going to bring us to Thone.
Thone's stepping outside the mausoleum so we can see what's going on.
Okay.
And I don't think he has anything against magical gas clouds. I'm gonna, just for fun here, I'm gonna grapple it.
You're gonna grapple the gas?
I'm gonna grapple that gas cloud.
Okay, alright.
We're gonna give it a try, you know. Thone
not-
can't do very much.
Thone has not learned that there are different states of matter.
Thone has never fought a gas cloud.
I
And he's
mean-
gonna throw a chain right at
Thone
it.
was homeschooled.
Oh, very much, absolutely. There's no professional schooling in Selesnya.
Oh my goodness.
So
Okay.
you're looking up what happens when I grapple that gas cloud?
They didn't cover
Because
science.
it's grappled. I'm gonna chain that gas cloud to the ground.
Go make that attempt.
That's not gonna hit. That was a 5.
Most assuredly. Because it's a gas cloud.
Thone knows that he missed, but it's not because it's a gas cloud.
Great.
Oh, okay.
It's because Thone missed.
I just
Because
see
of
him
this,
like
okay.
try and fumble to grab this gas cloud.
Beautiful.
Maybe if you like dissipate him.
That's what I was trying to do.
Just
Trying to dissipate the vampire.
I mean, you could
Well,
suck
use
him
his
up in your
trunk and
trunk.
Just get a
blow it.
fan.
Just reach my trunk up and breathe them in. I don't want vampire lungs.
Vape the vampire.
All I'm saying is that if one of us had one of those fabulous gay fans in our inventory, we could just clack it
Clack
and then
it
just
and then go. Yeah.
fan him away.
Can we vape the vampire?
Here, put my
I'm so done with all of this conversation, and we're going to move right along to Lucian.
Vampire vape
I
are
stop
positive.
concentrating on the fog cloud.
Okay.
So it dissipates. And then I'm shocked as I see the gas cloud dissemble out of the side of the mausoleum, and I just throw fire at it for my staff. Maybe? I don't know if I can. Oh no.
No.
Well, I rolled a
Super
2.
no.
So.
Oof.
You actually watch
wide
as
variety.
you actually watch as it kind of like dissipates and your fire blares through it and slams
Okay.
into the side of the basilica, scorches it a little bit.
Has anybody fought a gas cloud before?
Get the fuck off the thing. Come, get off of this
I'm
thing.
trying to grapple it. I got it.
I'm gonna move down.
There's a what?
I'm gonna
Yeah,
move-
and
I'm gonna
as you
move.
fired off, the reason why it dissipated a little bit is because you saw the gas cloud emerge and went no and
Yeah.
pulled him down. So your shot went a little wild because of it.
Wait,
You probably had it
is
really
he no
well
longer
planned.
in here?
Yeah.
He's
No.
No.
No, I was in
Oh.
character,
yeah.
like
Oh, okay.
screaming that out through the.
Is that it for you, Lucian?
Yes.
Okay. Darrison, you are up.
I'm gonna follow him out the window if I can.
Okay. So you
I'll have
climb.
to get on the roof, I guess, because I can't just float through
Become
the
a cat.
air.
Yeah. So you climb it on up, and you're able to get.
Woof.
You want me to hold it there while
We got this.
Kind of precarious.
Bro.
Like,
Somewhere. Cool.
Oh, there we
yeah.
go. Okay.
You're hanging out with
It's
him,
cool.
just like on the
it's
roof.
cool. Don't worry
That
about
works.
All right.
Okay.
it. I will. I don't get to do anything against the charm, do I? While I'm.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, I'll get out over the.
Make another wisdom check for me. Ooh.
I don't know, that's a 4, 5.
You're starting to turn to the side of like, no, I need to like actively protect this man. Like he needs to like go. Like I don't know why we're still doing this. And so seeing Lucian like fire a firebolt at it and hit the side of the building and almost hit you essentially as well as you're getting ready to climb out of this. You're now pretty convinced that you need to move, like help get him away from these people.
I will head back down the way I came up. I'll keep moving and like gesture for him to follow. I know
Back this way.
I know the way.
Are we seeing all this?
Okay.
Follow me.
Yeah.
Okay.
All of you watch now as Darrison is now actively communicating with this gas form.
Okay.
Because of course.
Grand. Okay.
That's gonna bring us to Korak.
Well, I'm going to move outside because there's no point in staying in here anymore. I'm gonna try. That attempt was great.
Leave that gas cloud.
I'm gonna throw an axe at it.
Good night.
Okay. Roll an attack. 15. It just kind of like doesn't even find purchase and just sinks through a little cloud and
It
kind
goes
of
off
clatters
the
on
edge
the.
of the building.
It clatters on the other side and hits the fence.
I'm just shaking my head.
Like, anybody have an idea?
Luminita, you are up.
I want to try to grab Darrison and try to pull him back. Because I'm seeing that he's trying to usher this cloud.
Okay.
Because,
So you rush
Because
forward.
I'm the only one that's going to grab the solid matter.
So you rush forward and go ahead and attempt a grapple against Darrison. So you, so both of you roll a. So you would roll a strength athletics, and you would roll athletics or acrobatics.
So, I don't. So, +2 -1, so it'd be 8.
8.
11.
11. Unfortunately, he gets out of your grasp.
Okay.
Kind of slinks past it.
You said that so smugly, but it's actually really bad for you that she didn't.
No,
Yeah, I know.
I rolled a 7 and I was like, yes, I rolled fucking low. She's gonna get me, but my acrobatics is just.
Oh,
She
yeah.
also rolled a 7.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, I have no
Remember
athletics.
you have bardic inspiration on pretty much any time you roll.
I thought
D20.
because you're charged, I can't use this
No, you
anymore.
can still use it.
Oh,
Do you wanna use it?
You're inspired.
What?
Do you want to use it now?
Can I?
Yeah.
Okay.
No.
No.
+1? No.
Damn.
Oh, man.
I
That would have been
tried.
great.
I know.
It's because he's charmed, so the
That's it,
Yeah,
yeah.
okay.
is less. You're
Yeah.
less inspired.
But now that you
Less
are next
inspired
to
now that you've
him,
seen
Yeah.
what I've
if he
done.
tries to get away, you can either attempt to like grab onto him or you can like deck him.
Okay.
With his attack.
Oh, my,
Just deck him.
Just deck him. Well, I
Might
thought I
kill him,
had
though.
like a roofie kind of thing, but I don't. I only have things that would kill
What?
him.
Not yet. Yeah.
Well, I was gonna just roofie him, but I can't do that. I just kill him.
You need like a
So-
slate powder. You just.
The Thopters!
This is Limonisa's response to people getting charmed. It's just like, I'm not gonna save them. I'm just gonna drug them.
Yeah, and then they just go to sleep. and
great.
then we'll do-
Humane.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
So
I
Matisse,
didn't try to kill you.
Matisse is going to slink away. Both of you are going to get attacks of opportunities against gas.
Damn right I'm going to.
I'm not going to make an attack again.
Attack of opportunity against gas.
Oh my god, he's gonna hit me.
That is 17.
17.
I hit the gas.
That is gonna hit.
We can hit it.
It's right.
Well,
Does
what
it
is it
do
gonna
anything?
do? Yeah.
Roll damage.
Holy shit. We'll
We
find
can
out.
hit it.
I don't know. That's 2.
2. Cool. It takes half of that.
Takes 1.
Oh my god, it actually hits.
It has like it finds like
You see the
solid.
gas cloud
It
just-
finds like solid it finds at least enough purchase against it.
Mm-hmm.
But it does have resistance against any.
Like he slapped through it. Counted as.
Wait, I can do it again though, right?
Huh?
Oh, no, attack of opportunity.
No, attack of
just
opportunity
once.
you cannot. But it's gonna get down to the other side of Darrison is where it can get.
But they're still on the
with
roof.
its movement. Yeah.
Okay.
Like it.
We're on the move.
It is not a fast moving cloud. It's just a cloud.
Okay.
But also at the same time, it's a cloud.
So
It's
the
hard to
wind
hit the
picks
cloud.
up and just.
Okay,
Disperses
that's
them.
its turn. That's gonna bring us to Thone.
That's right. Someone's gonna try out something new.
Oh
Okay.
no.
You're not gonna punch
It's
it.
well, it's still thrown.
Okay. I'm just excited.
Oh, I'm gonna call out to the cloud. You, Matisse, are an abomination of nature.
Oh.
Why do you run from us? Are you really so weak that you can't face the guilds together?
Y'all can't see my face, but I'm shook. Roll an intimidation check.
Oh.
Thone is intimidating
Haunting
somebody.
Personal growth.
Intimidation is 9.
9. Okay.
9.
Is it gonna work?
Stone's not very good at
You,
bad
you think you're
words.
good.
The
Yeah.
cloud's gonna cackle.
Do we should do anything else?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna punch it.
Okay. So you're gonna
Of course.
gonna rush past. I'm just gonna put you on the other side. over here.
Obviously, I've got to try to punch
Did you
the
just
cloud.
jump over the gate?
He just climbed over it.
Oh.
Really
Just
stepped over it.
ran
He was
through
just like-
it. Yeah.
I mean, he bulldozed Darrison.
Not 20.
Net 20. That's gonna hit. Naturally.
Hit the cloud.
You're hitting the cloud, right? Okay.
I would say with your intimidation check that you wouldn't be able to get your like other punch off, but you can still hit it once.
So that's double 1. That's 2. Plus 1
Ooh.
is 3.
Halved is 1.
Yeah.
So
Oh, it
total-
rolls down, right? Or
Another-
rounds
yeah.
down.
Yes,
But
As
you hit him
gassy
again,
as
so we're gonna see if he can hold on to it. He rolled a natural
Oh.
20. This pride die, y'all. This one right here. Do you see this baby? It's rolled a natural 20 3 times. It's the best.
Get yours now.
Get your pride dice today, y'all. Yes.
No, this one was doing okay.
Okay, that was Stone's turn. It's gonna bring us to Lucian.
I find this very tiresome, Matisse. And I wave my staff around, and I draw gold in the air, like a bell tower.
Okay.
And the sound of dolorous bells fill the air as I cast Toll the Dead. Toll the Dead.
He rolled another natural 20.
What? How? Hold on.
Bet, y'all.
Hold on.
Oh no.
Feel the weight of that. Yeah. What, how's that?
This dice doesn't feel like this dice. These feel like different dice.
Is that because it's a pride die?
Hmm.
It's more proud than yours?
Oh my goodness.
Bet.
Anyway. Aw,
You
damn
actually,
it.
you actually see the gas cloud taunt you, and it makes a form of a bell tower, and it just kind of like rings back side to side, like, what's
Oh
up,
my
dude?
God.
I rolled a
What's up?
1. I rolled a 1.
Yeah. What's
Jesus.
that?
That's all my spells for the day.
Toll the Dead is the cantrip, though.
That's-
You can keep casting it.
Oh, you're right. Toll the Dead is a cantrip.
Yes,
Okay,
it
I
is.
have one
I got
spell.
you.
I have one spell. left.
Darrison, you are up.
I am going to try to make my way down the building the same way I got up. Same way I know
Yes,
how.
I want to try to grab him again.
Okay, go ahead and
Grab or
make
attack?
a...
Okay.
Can we just deck him? Like, punch him?
What is the difference between the
Well,
two?
if you attack him, he can try and snap out of it.
You can grapple him and hold on to him and give him more time to break free, or you can try to punch him, and if you successfully punch him, then he
I could
could
make a save
he'd
again.
break out of the charm. You can try to break out of the charm again.
Then I'll. How
Punch him.
Punch. I'm gonna punch him. I just don't know how close to death he is.
You're weak.
Punch.
It's okay.
Punch.
Yeah,
Okay.
punch
or
doesn't do that much
Okay.
damage.
Okay.
You can't kill him.
All right. Wait. So what do I do? Just
now.
roll.
So roll a d20.
It's not like you're shooting fire at him.
5 plus what?
Nope.
No. Okay. God
No.
damn it.
Let's see.
Well, you know what? You're.
He's
fine.
a slippery
Yeah.
slipperson.
He's like holding on to him, trying to punch him, and he's like, nuh-uh.
Even charmed, he's pissing me off.
Okay, so you're gonna keep going?
Yeah, I'm gonna slide down the building.
You're gonna get an attack of opportunity against him.
Oh gosh.
Mhm.
There goes Darrison's head.
Nope.
Oh my god.
What did you roll?
A nat one.
Please.
And you keep spinning your action. You can actually spin your whole action. You get all the way down to the
I'm
ground.
actually
Gargoyle,
gonna call.
like,
I'm gonna
1,
call
2,
out
and
to
then-
the. I'm gonna like whistle and try to
He's a
see if my
stone
Rakdos
worker.
buddies are still down there to help us out.
Okay, give me a perception check.
I'll be out against the film. Guys, we gotta
That
save
is
this
perception 19.
19. So you can't see them. You see a pretty sickly line of like blood and rubble from the. It's like gray blood and rubble from the gargoyle, peeling off down the main road and kind of like cuts into an alleyway a few buildings down. But you do see Zamaya out front, kind of like keeping an eye on everything, and Zamaya catches you like coming down the building, and when you reach the very bottom.
Oh, am I close enough to yell at him? Zamaya, or will you hear me?
You can on your turn.
Okay, fair enough.
Then I'm going to. I'm gonna minor illusion a gas cloud that looks like Matisse and try to create a double to help him get away.
Where do you put it? Oh my god.
I'm gonna hold it, and if he like goes out of line of sight, I'm gonna have it with him and go in opposite direction.
Okay. Great.
At least
What
it's
did?
him that did it, not me
Garrison's
still being charmed.
A clever guy.
Okay.
I'm so sorry, guys.
Great. Good turn, Darrison. Go, Korak.
Because I'm out, am I able to see him like go down?
You not from where you are. You didn't see Darrison head down, but you can like loop around and see
Lumi.
Ghost Cloud and Lumi.
Ghost Cloud or Matisse Cloud?
Or
Well, you don't
see
know.
Matisse Cloud. The
Yeah.
other cloud is not up
Oh,
there.
it's not
It's
there yet.
waiting for it to get down and split.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna come around the corner and. Where did Darrison go? First off.
He fucking became a cloud. I don't. Today has been the worst.
Okay. Cool. Anyways, still the cloud.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna do anything to the cloud, even though I could hit it. I'm not. I'm actually going to look. I want to. Can I make it all the way to the edge so I can see if Darrison's down?
Yeah.
And I
And
can
you-
see Zamaya.
Mm-hmm. And you look down and you see Zamaya and Darrison and a kind of cloud that's floating above Darrison that looks similar to that cloud.
Okay. Hey.
Make a insight check.
No, one.
One.
This is the day of one.
When you look over and you see the cloud, it kind of confuses you for a minute, and you don't know which one you're supposed to focus on.
Yeah, but Zamaya, grab Darrison. He's been charmed by Matisse. Do something. And that's it.
Okay.
You have rigged these dice. You went into our bags and swapped our dice out with exact replicas
What
that
you're
are weighted.
referring
And
to.
then
I
we
would never do such
that
a
false
thing.
Someone
start
happened
with
while I was
the
in the bathroom.
gargoyles, and we were like, all right, we got this. This is good.
Dominates it, you were up.
I just go, God damn it, and then I try to. How do I get back down? How did we get up in the first place? I need
You
to.
went
was
up
a
through
staircase.
like a spiral staircase.
All
that's
right.
over there.
Well, as far as I can get to that staircase and be like,
with your, since you can also dash as a bonus action, with it, I would say that you were able to like dead sprint, and you're still on the spiral staircase, but you're close to the base of it at the bottom level.
okay.
Because you can
so-
basically run 30 feet, a little bit more, a little bit
can
more.
run
So you're like at the base of the stairwell.
Bonus action
Okay.
run.
and action run. So you can like.
So I'm down the
you
stairs.
hoof it.
Okay.
Yeah,
Cool.
you aren't anywhere beyond like just the base of the stairs,
Yeah.
but like next turn you can like.
You like
Okay.
parkour
Run out the
over
building.
this sarcophagus.
Okay.
Swing
Come on.
around the gate, like slide down
You've
the rail.
chased down a person who didn't hate or tithe before. This
Of course,
is easy.
this is easy. All right.
I mean, it's not easy, but it's easy-ish.
Easy-ish.
Okay. The cloud is going to continue trying to go down. Both of you may make attacks of opportunity if you wish.
Yes.
I would say you don't, because you don't know which one to focus on.
Yeah, because I'm
16.
16. That is going to hit it.
Another 1 point of damage.
Hey.
He's trying.
Chipping away. He still maintains concentration on his gas form. And he's going to be able to get down, and it's now even with the gas cloud that you have.
How far down is he?
They are about 10 feet above where Darrison
Can I
is.
still tell which is which? Because I've been staring at
This
him
building's
the whole time.
about 25 to 30 feet up.
Okay, cool.
Can I still tell which is which because I'm staring at him?
You can, yeah.
Okay.
Do we want to spin this action for the camera?
We're pretty close to the end here. Hopefully close to the end, I should say. That's gonna bring us to Thumb.
All right. How far up am I?
Oh no.
I love it when people
Oh,
ask this question.
no.
You are roughly 25 feet up in the air.
I'm in full support of whatever you're thinking.
That's not very high at all.
Oh no.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to jump right down through that gas cloud.
Oh my god.
Now,
Roll an
Like drop
acrobatics check for me.
Drop kick the gas cloud.
Absolutely.
Oh my
That's 3, 4, 5.
Great. It's not.
6.
It's not all that graceful. But I would say that you can make both of your attacks against the gas cloud for the turn.
Nice. Here we go.
As you plummet to the ground.
Yeah.
No, I love
Would he
I
not
love
take
this.
any damage?
That's not the first attack.
No, it doesn't
is
find
okay.
purchase.
And neither does the second.
No, it doesn't find purchase.
Gosh,
But you
dang it.
crash to the ground, taking 9 points of bludgeoning damage.
Well, all right.
As you
Okay.
slam into the concrete, and there's a sickening crunch underneath as the
A small crater of it.
yeah.
Oof.
And you are prone on the ground below.
Prone.
Yeah.
You
took a nasty.
You did not succeed at your acrobatics check to
Oh.
Land
maintain
on your
your
feet.
fall. So yeah, you fell prone.
You're an
It, was-
elephant, not a
it may or may not have looked akin to like an elephant belly
Falling
flop.
off a building.
Like just like
That's normal.
It's fine. It was going for a graceful dive and it ended up a belly flop. Lucian.
Okay. Can I get to the edge in one movement thing?
God, stop me.
You can get to like here.
Okay, but like enough to look down.
Yeah, I would say even like, I would say looking down it would have half cover because you're not right at the edge. Of
Okay,
it. You're kind of like.
but I don't know which cloud is which. I see. I look down and I see two
Make
clouds.
a insight check.
9.
Does that beat your spell save DC, Darrison?
No.
Then you
I was
have
gonna
no
say
idea
the
which one
minor
it is.
illusion. If he made an intelligence investigation check against my DC, he could discern if it was an illusion or not.
Because it's 2, I'm having him make an insight to like
Yeah.
read against
Figure
it.
out what it is.
If it was just 1, he would do that.
Yeah.
But since he's having to pick a target,
Korak, why are there 2 clouds?
Correct, doesn't know either.
I know.
Bone, why are there 2 clouds?
Roll it. Do what you're gonna do.
Vampire magics. Kill the clouds.
So I want to command Matisse, hopefully, and not the other cloud. I want to command him to grovel, which would make him drop prone to the ground.
I really hope that you command just an illusionary
And this
cloud.
is why we have a 1d2.
So, 50% chance if it's under 50, you target the wrong cloud.
Okay.
29, you target the wrong cloud.
Okay, he still has to beat my will.
Great.
Or the cloud has to
the
drop
illusion.
the illusion of the cloud. I'm sorry. It's wait. Hold on. Hold on.
But now you watch as that cloud does absolutely nothing, so you know that it is not Matisse.
Damn it. That one is not the right cloud, Korok. Just so you know. See that one right there? That's not the right cloud. Attack the other cloud.
Actually, Darrison, roll me an Arcana check.
Arcana. 17.
You maintain the illusion. It's perfectly fine.
Well, it's still there. If he knows that it's an illusion, it becomes faint to him.
But I'm saying, like, you maintain it for other people who aren't sure.
Oh, yeah.
I.e. Korak.
Yeah.
But I've
and
told Korak.
upcoming Lucian. Or upcoming Luminitza.
Yeah.
Okay, Darrison.
We're gonna... I see Swiftblade Zamaya, right?
Mm-hmm. They're about 10 feet in front of you.
Are they on, like, this side of the building or that side of the building?
You guys are now basically out front. Like, you... This is essentially the front half of the front side of the building. Where you climbed down. So he's at the base of the stairs, and, like, he watched you climb down along the side of it. It was just like...
I'm going perpendicular to him, and I'm running...
That way? Okay.
I'm gonna flee and,
do you wish to try to stop,
I'm gonna move the illusion.
Yeah, I'll trip him.
You're this
that way?
I know,
As I
that's
go
why I'll
that
trip him.
way.
So I'll say you can move it to the other side of the building.
Like, I can't grapple him. I can't grapple him.
Roll
I'm just gonna reach my arm out and try and trip him.
Roll an attack roll at disadvantage since you are prone. No.
What was the first roll?
3.
Oh.
So Darrison's gonna be able to get 30 feet that way.
Running all the way into my
Oh
character
my god.
Can I've gotten away from everybody. Could I take a second to patch myself up with another Cure Wounds?
Yeah, sure. Take care of yourself. Matisse is
8.
all for self-care. I didn't mean it.
8.
I'm so sorry.
What?
It got me. I don't know
Just
why.
take care of yourself. The self-care, baby.
That's 8.
Matisse cares about self-care.
I'm back up to full.
I mean, he's not truly evil. What?
Yeah, that's fine.
I'm back up to full.
Even villains need
Back up to
self-care.
full?
He's back up to full. God damn it. All right. Anyways.
Okay.
I am.
Korak.
Jump down. It's not that far.
Yeah.
As I say, looking up at you. Come on.
He's like,
Come on.
boy, is like,
I'll catch you. I'll catch you.
I'll catch you. Come on.
Make
No,
either
I'm
an
not
acrobatics or an athletics check.
Are you doing it?
Yeah.
Oh
if I can make
You
it
got more hit
athletics.
points
Do you have any rage left?
I have a rage.
Because you get advantage on
If you
athletics, right?
rage before you do so, you
Yeah,
get
'cause I get
advantage
reduced
on
on
strength
bludge.
checks.
Well, yeah, reduce bludgeoning damage, but you also get advantage on acrobatic or athletics checks.
Sure. Let me rage, and I'm gonna.
Korak just looks at the situation, looking down, seeing Darrison fleeing in one direction, seeing a fog cloud leaving the other. There's another fog cloud. Thone's on the ground, just. God damn it!
Yeah.
This is one of those
Rages.
rare frustrations.
And you have
Yes.
advantage.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm gonna take the 13 plus strength, which is 16.
Plus your proficiency bonus.
18.
18? Oh, yeah.
Land and just.
So you can attack the fog cloud on your way down.
Just.
Okay. Well, I don't have any.
Just jumping
I don't
off
have anything
and
else.
dragging the axe through
That's
the
gonna
fog
be a
cloud.
17.
17, that is going to hit.
This is a farce.
This is a farce.
5 plus my strength, which is 8, plus
2 for
2,
rage.
which is 10. Do I add my proficiency? No.
No. As you come crashing down through the sky, you just see this fog cloud and scream, and your axe sinks into it, and you feel like it's starting to resist, and then all of a sudden, it forms, and it is sunk into the
Jesus.
chest of Matisse as you and he come crashing to the ground. You catch yourself, so you're still going to take half of this. But, so you're going to take 5 points of bludgeoning damage, reduced again.
Halved.
So 2 points of bludgeoning damage as you crash to the ground, like onto your feet and then onto your knees.
I mean, I have
bringing the entire body of Matisse prone on the ground, axe sunk deep into him, and he is unconscious and now actively bleeding out. And
Okay.
that is where we are going to leave things and pick back up after the break. Good job, everyone.
Fuck. All right.
Tangle my heart. It's far past time, but the goal is in reach. All to know who I am. The start to this path, only a memory, but it goes on as far as I see. You're already farther along than he knew he could ever be. How could I not see all of these things inside? Pulling at each string, taking me for a ride. Each and every one leaves me so very slow, singing, let me go, let me go, let me go, let me go. Oh, untangle my heart. I want out of this place to just not be this way, so I'll change all I can. Oh, untangle my heart. It's far past time, but the goal is in reach. All to know who I am. keep the peace up in space. It was his job to keep the humans safe. Will you ever find true love, true love, true love, true? True love, true love, true love, true. True love, true love, true love, true. True love, true love, true love, true. We'll take it for love in the planets above. His head is up in the clouds as his rocket counts down. A distress signal took him to a place very distant.
gunslinger followed.
Running through the desert, seeking shelter from the sun. Liquid silver dripping from my shiny, sweaty gun. Clinging to me closely, a memory with no name. Saying out a whisper as the metal starts to ring. I've never been a fighter, and I don't know why I'm here. Chasing castles in the sky with hunters at my heels. Tell me, Lady Luck, why have you brought me to this place where the wind burns your skin and the sun melts your face? Rolling, rolling, the tide man you must follow. Western singer, a path leads to your sorrow. Rolling thunder with friends, will you lose tomorrow? Rolling, 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 rolling. The wolves are howling louder for their bellies to be fed. The wizard draws the cards of things that haven't happened yet. The revolver's running empty, the barrel's smoking hot. The wild town is sleeping from the lead that I had brought. Rolling, rolling, the tide man you must follow. Western singer, a path leads to your sorrow. Rolling thunder with friends, will you lose tomorrow? Rolling, 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 rolling. Rolling, rolling. Rolling, rolling. Rolling, rolling. Sand on my boots on the western shore. Scratching and clawing, trying to find that door. One into two and two into me. Calling to you, the drawing of three. Data, oh Data, you want me with your kisses, then you cut me up with your claw. Keep me up all night, give my heart its permanent flaw. Data, oh Data. Lady of shadow, hewn at the thigh. Watching the world right through your own eyes. Red clay rain down upon your head. I had to pull you before he fled. Data, oh Data.
And welcome back, everyone. Thank you so much for sticking with us through the break. As we just saw, Korak valiantly leapt off the top of Procene Basilica, carrying through the gaseous form of Matisse, and fully connecting and bringing his unconscious body crashing to the ground alongside you, next to the prone Thone. And you kind of watch as Darrison is running far, like continuing his way down, and like kind of stops and like skips a few steps as he kind of like comes out of the charm and kind of comes to. Lumi, you are making your way out, and you come crashing through the front doors. Zamaya almost like, you see Zamaya has a knife at the ready wrapped up in his tail that he's ready to like throw through the front door, and it stops and he's like, and it just kind of like drops and clatters to the ground. And you look over and there is the unconscious body of Matisse with still a part of Korak's battle axe stuck in his chest, collapsed to the ground.
Can I whip around and run back to the group?
Yeah.
Now that I'm back.
I'm just gonna take out my flask and go, yeah. I just start drinking.
Lumi just sits on the steps of the basilica.
Yeah, it just sits down and is like, nah, fuck it, I'm drinking now.
Fuck. We want him alive?
I'm gonna ask
alive?
Lizard Man. Hey, Lizard Man.
Are you okay? Oh. Continue.
Okay.
Well, I mean, we do have a vampire here that could, like...
Yeah, that's true.
We want him alive?
We want him alive? I'm asking
want him
the
alive?
Lizard Man.
Yes, please.
I'll burn my last
I was saying...
Hold, wait. Quickly. And he kind of grabs the, you can see limply hanging off of Matisse's hand, the chain that he had. And he goes, quick, while he's doing so, help me too. And he gets you all to like help him bind Matisse up in this chain.
Rip my axe out.
He kind of like gets you all to help him bind him up. Fine.
He can turn into gas.
So that he's restrained.
So I'm just, he could, like, turn into gas and leave again.
I'll be here.
Alright.
Good idea. I'm pouring a health potion in his mouth.
Okay.
Pouring what?
My health potion.
Okay, he's undead. Doesn't that injure him?
5 hit points.
So, fun fact about vampires on Ravnica. They cannot actually, and Zamaya warns you about this before you go casting Cure Wounds or whatever, proper healing magics cannot affect them. However, alchemical ones, like a healing potion can, or they all have varying ways. Vampires can drink the blood of their enemies, can continue healing, so on and so forth. But if you were to try to cast Cure Wounds on him, it actually wouldn't work on him.
Okay. That's good because I want to save that spell.
But yeah.
Anyway.
You were using a potion though, right?
Yeah. And Zamaya goes to warn you when he sees you kind of like go to brandish your hand on him. And he tells you about that.
Then I pop out the healing potion and he heals for 5 hit points.
Okay. And you see him.
I'm gonna cast Charm Person.
Oh, damn.
I don't want him leaving.
He almost, well, it's still, I don't think it's great. A 12 doesn't beat you?
No. 13
okay.
is my DC.
Yeah, it almost was a 2. That's almost like, oh, the pride die almost failed, and it was like, don't you dare. So he is charmed by you. He goes, why am I wrapped up? Please.
Calm down. You lost control of yourself. We're just trying to get you back somewhere safe. I think someone was influencing you. Is there anyone that...
He kind of is wildly looking, kind of like baring his fangs at Korak and Thone and Zamaya around him. He goes, what are these people trying to do? Why do they have me wrapped up?
They're just back up. You were acting very irrational. Is there someone that maybe was influencing your mind? Anyone that...
Roll a deception check. At advantage, because he's charmed, so you have advantage on all charisma checks against him.
That's still not excellent. An 11.
Oh, okay. He goes, I don't understand. Nothing was influencing me. I was acting of my own accord. What are you talking about? What happened? What did I do? I don't understand.
I'm sorry. I'm not sure what was going on, but you fell. And from the
You fell.
from the basilica.
Fell.
And well,
yes.
and I show him the
guess
show him the
that's
empty
true.
health potion. I brought you back with all that I could.
While you're saying this, you actually see the roving gang of Rakdos that you had before emerge from the alleyway down there, and all of you can see this because it's like hooping and hollering, and they're going crazy. You can actually look. Some of them have like the gray gargoyle blood just kind of smeared across their faces. It's very Mad Maxy.
Yeah.
Like they're just like they may have gone a little more insane than they already are after eating a gargoyle because they're that crazy. And he just kind of like looks up horrified. Go ahead and make another deception check. At advantage still. It finally rolled bad.
17.
It almost rolled an 18, but it shifted to a 5. It was like, no, we need to be bad right now.
17.
Okay. He just goes, God,
Here,
please get me
please,
away
please,
from him.
Get him out of these chains. Come on. We're gonna get you somewhere safe, and I'm gonna kind of usher him towards the like abandoned house that we were using
Across the
to
way?
scout it out.
Okay. Zamaya just kind of like looks at you all and goes, of course.
And then just kind of like play along.
And so Zamaya and Darrison are helping him to his feet, and they begin to walk across the street. Do you all follow along?
No, I'm gonna go back upstairs because Lucian's up on the roof.
Okay. You both.
Yeah, I'll follow them along.
Yeah.
Okay. Lumi, you head upstairs. So you see all of this from the rooftop and are just like aghast.
I'm tired. This has been a very strenuous afternoon.
It has.
Yeah, so I'm just chilling up here.
Great. So kind of like hang out here up at the, then go ahead and give me either a perception or investigation checks. You're kind of like looking over the ruins of this basilica here.
We'll do investigation. Oh, 8.
8. So you look around, and there's not a lot that's here within it. A lot of these look very dilapidated. You can actually see one of the tops of the sarcophagi up top here is kind of like shifted a little bit from all the commotion and the action, and you can kind of like look down inside, and it looks like the remains of somebody with tons of those Orzhov minted gold coin chains just wrapped around them. Make a insight check because you're kind of like looking them over.
18.
18. You actually recognize the like way that the chains are wrapped. Looks akin to the indentured spirits, or akin to one of the indentured spirits that attacked you all at the safe house, where you were trying to get Van Cleve out of.
Oh. You don't know this. This is Lucian's time to be sad, not your time.
I'm sorry, that's dark.
I'm gonna make a sadness roll.
Oh, you crit. That's super sad.
Oh, I actually rolled a 1.
A natural one. He's the
saddest.
He's the saddest
he
they
could
possibly
absolutely be.
And you look up, and there is Lumi kind of
Yeah.
coming up the steps and coming out.
Yeah, and I'm
into
just
the
heavily
courtyard.
drinking from my flask and just going, all right, this has been a fucking day. Fucking day. What did you find over here? What are you looking at? Why are you so sad? What's happening? Another drink of that.
Yeah. Well, I found out where the spirits came from that Matisse used.
And he kind of, it takes a little effort because it's not quite strong enough to very well push it aside, but he kind of like
Strength
pushes
is
it
8.
aside. Yeah, I know. he kind of like limply pushes it in front of it, and you kind of like look in and you see that the same.
Yeah.
Your strength is 8. It's limp. And you push a little bit of the stone aside, and you are able to look in and see the same image, the kind of like heavily desiccated but preserved corpse that has the chain wrappings around it in the same ways that you've seen the chains wrap around the indentured spirits that attacked you all.
And I just look at it and just, fucking Orzhov. This fucking guild. I can't.
Wait, what do you mean?
This bullshit. This is not how it should work. We should not be using dead bodies to do this. We have to free this person if we can, and if not, I just need to get the fuck away from this because this is bullshit. This isn't what we're supposed to be. Orzhov takes so goddamn much from everything, even when it doesn't. Why? What's the point? To take more from someone even when they have nothing?
Are you going to badmouth your own guild like that?
I mean, I don't even know.
Louis just walks away back towards the mausoleum that Matisse exited from. Let me go ahead and give me a investigation check.
20? Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. So looking it over, you can actually see when you go to walk in, it kind of stops you for a minute because you see a very similar sight through all the scuffle. The sarcophagus that is within there, the stone coffin, the lid of it is kind of like turned to the side a little bit after Darrison and Matisse and everybody ran from the room. So you can choose to look inside if you would wish.
I would like to look inside.
Okay. Looking inside it takes you a minute because there's nothing directly in there, so you have to kind of push away from the stone to kind of like for you to rest a little bit away. And it is, I assume your strength is also an 8.
It is an 8 as well.
It's a 7 actually, isn't it?
No, so it'd be a modifier.
Okay.
So it does take a bit, Lucien, you can hear Luminita having similar struggles of trying to further open the sarcophagus. But eventually you do push it the rest of the way off. And down on the other corner down here, there is a small bundle of stuff that looks to be kind of like wrapped in like black silk.
Oh, I'm taking it.
Cool. You kind of like pull the silk off, and you can see there is a kind of like a almost purplish black bag that has the Orzhov symbol on it. And looking within the bag, it has 5 Orzhov minted platinum coins that are worth 100 Xenos each.
Jesus Christ. Okay.
There are it's a stash of 3 potions of healing.
Okay.
Considering those were the only way that Matisse could heal beside natural rest. 5 100 coins.
5, thank you. And you said 3?
3 potions of healing.
Okay.
Yes, there's exactly 5 according to the number of people that's in this group. You know. And then holding the bag closed at the top, there is a very ornate silver signet ring that bears the symbol of Orzhov.
Okay. I'm gonna take the ring.
Okay.
I'm gonna pocket the ring.
Cool. Make a sleight of hand check. At an advantage, and you can make a perception check.
Nope. 7 plus what is sleight of hand?
I rolled a 20, yeah.
God damn it.
Yeah, plus your perception. Or sleight of hand, sorry.
Sleight of hand, so it's like 11.
11. You kind of like are starting to make your way over, right as you see Luminita kind of like hum something and kind of like put her hand in her pocket and starts grabbing the rest of the items that are there.
What you got there, Lumi?
A bag of money. I don't know why I said it like that. A bag of money. A bag of money.
And she holds up one of the coins and shows you the it's 100 Xeno coin with the Orzhov mint on it. It's like a little bit larger. Think like the way that like the obnoxious like silver dollars are like huge as hell compared to everything else. That's the Orzhov coin compared to everyone else's coin.
So yeah, I just show him that, and healing potions. I guess Matisse was going to use them.
Bag?
Yeah, it's his it's his go bag. It was his go bag, man. He had money, he had cash, and he was gone.
Do I know if there's a way to like free the spirits or like unbind them from the bodies that Matisse used?
So when a member of the Orzhov die, and they have outstanding debts to a certain person, they can perform a ritual to basically enslave the spirit of that person beyond death to act out the desires of that person's will. until their debt is cleared.
As one does, yeah.
Yeah, Sure.
So if I like cleared their debt, then I could free their spirits.
Mm-hmm.
Do I see anything that identifies these people on the, like is there some kind of engraving
Make
or epithet
a history check.
9?
9. So you aren't able to get like full information off of them, but after checking out the sarcophagus that's in there, the sarcophagus that's in here, and one other one that like wasn't fully open, but you guys are able to kind of deduce which one hasn't been opened yet, and like it is the same. You're at least able to get like their like when they lived, when they died, and like the Orzhov family that they like belonged to, so you could at least kind of like help use that to deduce some information.
I'm going to.
But you'd have to kind of like ask around and.
I'm going to write that down.
Okay.
Make a note of it.
So you watch as Lucian starts kind of like making note of the people that are
And I
entombed
make
here.
yeah, and I'll make note of that, and then
You making note that I'm making a note?
Yes,
Making
I'm just like
notes.
what? There's a bunch of notes, and then since I got basically made with money, I'm gonna go okay. I'm gonna take out 2 of the coins, keep those, and have the packet ready for them essentially.
Cool. So y'all finish up writing notes, or y'all gonna make your way back down and
We noted each
go
other's
join.
notes.
Yeah.
Yeah. After you note each other's notes, and
Well, I see
after
her
everything
taking
is
notes
noted
about
out.
me. I make notes.
Yes.
She's making a note about me.
So
Everything is
we-
duly noted.
So y'all make your way down and rejoin the group. You all have gotten Matisse over to the house across the way. He goes, I don't understand who is trying to. And these people were trying to capture me. I don't understand.
I'm not. No, we're just as confused as you are. We were sent here to find you, but we didn't know what was going on. It was all something related to these Thopters and something that the Orzhov is up to. Do you know anything about it?
Roll a.
It's mostly true.
Because what you're questioning him about is mostly true, I'll say roll a persuasion check at advantage.
A dirty 20.
Dirty 20? That'll be plenty. He looks at me and goes, I don't understand. What do the rest of the Orzhov have to do with this? I was acting of my own accord. Like the Thopters were under my command, and I was doing what I was doing with them.
What is it exactly that you were doing?
I was trying to destabilize the Orzhov as much as possible, get as much power out of this as I could, disrupt those that I could.
Who were you
Seemingly
trying?
they sent you all here, so I guess it worked.
Who were you
but
trying
I don't know
to
why they would try to
disrupt?
help save me.
We are free agents, essentially. But who is it that you were disrupting? The Zilzaxos?
I mean, as many people as I could. I had similar deals with the Orzhov. I had similar deals with the Azorius. How many people could I throw into the throes of chaos and come out with more power on top?
And how did you mean to do this? These Thopters, is that how?
Yes.
The riots?
Exactly.
Oh, then, so you orchestrated all of this?
Well, yes.
You paid for it?
I mean, I did as much as I could. I was attempting to garner funding for the for that prison that they're building, the facility.
Oh, yes,
Udzek?
Udzek, yes, I've heard of it.
I was trying to provide funding for it and get as much of a piece of the pie as I could.
And you did this all on your own? There was no one working with you?
No, there were others that had attempted to muscle their way in, and I used others to get it done as the face of it, that man Van Cleave who eluded me. Did you capture him? Did you get him? Is he taken care of? I tried to send my own after him, but it seems that I wasn't able to succeed in that endeavor.
There was, we heard about it. There was your ghosts, of course, and there were others that showed up there, and it was a lot of chaos. I'm not really sure what happened.
Yes, one of my rivals attempted to try to outbid me for it.
And who would that be?
Oh, that Golgari man. Always
Just
tries to make a
as I
name for
suspected.
himself. But I've been trying to do what I can to try to make a bigger name for myself.
Do you know what the Golgari man is up to?
Oh, no, probably something similar to me, trying to buy a major stake in the facility, trying to do what he can.
Do you know what he's capable of?
No, easily as much, if not more, than I am.
Wow.
I don't understand. What purpose do you all have here? Why did you save me? What have you done?
Why is he
Well,
acting weird?
Swiftblade Zamaya, have you heard enough?
You actually look over, and Zamaya has been notating everything.
Oh, okay.
All of this, and you actually see the Boros symbol that's on the back of the notebook that he has. All the notes that he's making in it, as he's writing, the Boros insignia is like almost like blazing on the back and like lit up, and there's like faint little like licks of flame as it goes. And he kind of like turns the book to you all, and he watches all of the letters on it kind of like flare and like slowly start disappearing in magical form. He goes, "Well, I think they have it all."
Korak,
Yeah.
Thone, you wanna take him back?
Oh, I thought you meant kill him.
Since when does this mean?
Asleep.
Is that what that means?
Oh, go to sleep. Yeah, yeah.
You and him, boom, and they knock him out.
All right.
You're a performer.
We never went over the hand
He
signals,
looks over,
did we?
he's like, "I don't understand."
My hand signal in response
We
is
never
like,
went over the hand signals.
You're a street
You've
performer.
been wonderful.
You see him kind of like push himself up
Much
off of the
appreciated.
chair. He's like, "What? I don't understand." And you actually watch Zamaya's tail wrap around his torso. He just looks up and he's like, "Somebody else want to do the honors?"
I will punch him in the face. Trying to knock him out. It's not gonna do much.
Roll
but
an attack. Roll at advantage.
You're
'cause
gonna
he's
feel good about
grappled
it,
by a
though.
tail.
if it's an unarmed, is it with my strength?
I'll say it can be with your dexterity.
Okay, then 18.
18?
Ooh.
Yeah, that definitely hits. So you
It doesn't do damage.
you walk up and you just cold cock him, and his head kind of like flies back and hits the wall, and he just kind of goes limp in Zamaya's tail.
Woo!
And Zamaya kind of like slowly lets go, grabs him by the arm, and just kind of like with his tail and kind of holds it over towards either of you.
I'll grab him and
Just
toss him over my shoulder.
Scruff him by the collar and toss
Yep.
him over. He goes, "Well done. That was impressive. It's a little intense." And he kind of like looks over at the two people who went plummeting 25 plus feet like off of a building.
It was
He goes, "But again, effective."
rough around the edges, but I'm
He didn't
satisfied.
get away, so.
May I suggest using the stairs next time?
You may suggest it.
He would have been gone. with-
Zamaya himself actually lets out like a bit of a chuckle and was like, "I did not anticipate that answer."
He would have been gone with this one in tow, and we would
This
have
was
never
a
found
lot
him.
today.
Yeah.
He just kind of, his tail having let go, absentmindedly goes over and it kind of like wraps its way around your booze bottle and kind of like pulls it away to him. He's like, "That was a lot today."
But I take it back and like, you don't want to do that.
Here, I have some, and I pull out the goblin
he may or may not have accidentally went to grab one of your poison bottles instead of the
No,
booze bottle.
the booze has poison in it too, so.
I will
Lumi
offer.
laces her booze. I love it.
I'll offer some of the goblin moonshine if you want.
It's like, that was... I watched a group of Rakdos gang members do horribly unspeakable things to a gargoyle. I never knew that could have that effect on a person. That was a lot.
Well,
I'm pretty
if
sure
you're
it's been
interested,
worse.
you should see my show next week.
Oh my god.
Just saying, I'll save a seat for you.
You know, I'll get the next one. And he just kind of like shakes his head and looks at you all. Goes to take a swig of the goblin moonshine and thinks better of it after the other things that he's seen people ingest today. And begins walking out, and he's going to lead the way to the same Boros garrison that he's at. As it happens, a storm starts happening in Ravnica.
Yeah.
It's raining heavily here, everyone. So we're just going to work this out.
Atmospheric effect.
Yeah, so come on, free atmospheric effect. So as you all begin to walk and the rain starts to like slowly pick up, you begin making your way brazenly down the street. Matisse, manacled and wrapped up. You see a similar magical binding on his arms from the manacles itself, as you did the Azorius one, but whereas the Azorius have these kind of like bands of glyphs and things like that, the manacles themselves almost kind of like light with heavenly fire, and kind of like blaze with the Boros insignia on either side. So it has a similar type of effect. And when it does, you can see there's like his body, of course, kind of like jostles a bit as Korak pardon me, but in like the times when it doesn't, it's almost held like in complete stasis and it's held very still through these bonds. As you all make your way outside of the Boros Legion, you see scores and scores of Boros Legionnaires outside of this garrison. Blades raised to the sky, cheering in unison every couple times, as Zemaya kind of like makes his way up and you all are following in shortly behind. And you watch an angel descend down. They don't appear to be high-ranking. They don't appear to be like very heavenly, but or at least not like the awe-inspiring ones that you have heard tales of from the Boros before. And they kind of like lightly step down onto the ground, their wings still unfurled. The kind of like heat and light from it kind of like holding back the more cold parts of the like quick summer rain from around you all. And the Boros Legionnaires who are all outside begin to like slowly go in formation back inside the garrison. And you see Zemaya take a step forward and kneel down in front. She goes, "I am so proud of you. You have shown Ravnica and these of the other guilds around you what it truly means to have a knowing mind of justice. It is not blinded by vengeance or rage or retribution. Thank you, Zemaya." And she kind of like puts her hand down, and one finger lightly touches the top of his head, and it's just this kind of like glow emanating down the top of his head all the way down to the tip of his tail, and it just kind of settles over him, and he kind of stands, and he kind of turns to you all, and the Boros insignia is now kind of emblazoned on his chest, and it slowly dissipates with the rest of his scales. All now a little bit cleaner, a little bit more immaculate, a little bit more refined in his full stature as he kind of just stands tall, looks at you all, and just goes, "Thank you all so much for what you've done today. Thank you for hearing of me. Thank you for truly believing in justice for this man."
3 cheers for Swiftblade Zemaya.
Don't.
I'm gonna prestidigitate some little fireworks.
Shut up, Garrison.
Hooray! I hope you guys aren't taking any statements because I do have somewhere to be.
Where do you
Yeah,
have
me
to
too.
be?
Me too.
Where do you have to
Anywhere
be?
else.
Yeah, basically.
Yes, anywhere
He
else
kind of
but
like
here.
confusedly looks among you as you all like slowly start dissipating
Yeah.
and like walking away.
Back up.
And he kind of like looks up at the angel and she just kind of like nods her head. She goes, "Don't fret. Some people truly do what they do because they believe in what they do. Others don't want the recognition, and that is admirable as well. Let them go."
I'm honored to be here. Good to see you, Angel.
I'm still in full costume, by the way. As
Oh,
I
that's
Oh yeah, you haven't let
dance
it. Yeah,
away.
you haven't let it go.
As I dance away,
Yeah, I'm just
I'm off.
leaving.
As you
I'm headed home.
as you go to leave, the angel calls out and goes, "Red Mage."
Good thing. It's me.
Oh, yes.
I liked your last show.
Catch
Tell
me.
anyone and I'll smite you.
Ooh.
And she raises back into the air and flies back into the garrison. And Garrison walks home with a little bit more pep in his
Yeah,
step.
you get a little bit. I mean,
Like, I got fucking
I'm
props
just
from
wondering
a
if I can-
Boros angel.
Just wondering if I can work in getting smited into my next show. That'd be fun.
That's hot.
Yeah.
So the others start to walk away. Thone has addressed and said goodbye.
I've thrown Matisse on the ground.
I'm just standing there like, where does everyone have to be?
Yeah, I don't know either.
Half of you don't even have jobs.
That's right. I mean, I just tend to garden, but...
If you want to get cozy with Boros, go ahead.
Oh, this
I
is
actually
nice
have
enough.
business here. I actually have somewhere to be because I have to do some work for Van Cleve's legal defense.
oh, that's right.
Oh, what about defending the vampire?
That would be a gigantic conflict of interest, and I don't think they would allow me to do that.
I guess.
You go cozy up to the Boros. I'm gonna go home.
I will.
So the rest of you slowly, do you eventually leave as well? You head inside with Samaya. Samaya leads you towards having a meeting with Van Cleve's people and kind of with Van Cleve and the Boros
Yeah,
legionnaires
it's just
there.
like preliminary.
Yeah, I'm gonna go.
Head on out. Okay. So you head inside, take care of the few matters that you need to, check in on Van Cleve, let him know that, do you let him know that you have captured Matisse?
Yeah, I let him know because he did us pretty alright, and did the mostly honorable thing in the end. So I'm like, yeah, you can rest safe that like the dudes who are out to kill you, or at least one of them is, the other one's still out there. So I mean, you know, maybe don't sleep too soundly, but
if you see a mushroom, run away.
Yeah, you're half safe. So.
Okay. So you finish checking in there. You give your official law mage statements regarding Matisse, alongside Zamaya, who acts as the arresting officer, guided by you in the various breakings of the law that you can at least attest to with Matisse.
You can attest to the law. We got it.
One of which you do make sure to note is the defamation and desecration of a sanctioned Orzhov historical site.
In fact, this is the first thing I write down because it's the
That's-
most grievous crime that he
absolutely.
committed.
That you make absolutely sure that is exactly what is stated. Before you head home. Is there anything else that you wish to do this evening?
No.
Okay. Is
Should
there anything
there
else
be?
that
Okay.
Is there anything else that anybody else wishes to do this evening?
No.
You had the bag of 3 coins ready. Did you wish to do anything?
They already left. They already left. They're mine now. The only thing is I because I am a tithe collector. I take one of those gold coin or one of those platinum coins, and use that to pay whatever tithe I can pay on the thing, and just pay it regardless of whoever it goes to, and just start clearing off debts. That would be the one thing I would do with one of the coins. I would keep the other 4, but I would keep the one of them
Oh.
to pay just random debts.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're talking of the 3 people in the top, or are you talking about just like general? You're looking over your.
I'm
notes
looking
and-
over whatever I have to do during my day of a tithe collector. And
Okay,
just clearing
okay.
the ledger.
Got it.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
I wasn't sure if you were clearing just like a general ledger, or if you were trying to clear the ledger of the 3 people atop.
Oh
row
no,
C.
no! I don't know who they are. I just take my actual like day-to-day job.
Got it.
and just,
That's right, because
Yeah.
you
She's
did
like
that. You
yeah.
did not.
bank robbers that would burn all the.
Yeah,
debt
the debt.
documents.
So yeah, I just take
That's
whatever I'm supposed to
what
be
she's
doing for Amiri and use one of those coins and clear off as much of
Great.
it as I
You
can.
cover about a day and a half's worth of work
Okay.
with that coin. Being able to spread 100 Xenos amongst all of those people. And roll me we'll say just a general deception check. At advantage against Amiri.
Okay. 7 plus 2 minus 1, so 8.
8. So she's a little suspicious of you turning in 1 solid coin
Yeah.
to act as like a day and a half's worth of people for tithe. But at the end of the day, you have like done your job.
Yeah.
You turned it in.
Mhm.
So she's not going to pry too much. She's just gonna kind of make a note of that. And you see her just kind of like takes she takes the page and a half of ledger that
Yeah.
you were able to cover. She does kind of like mark some type of symbol on it. You can't quite see what it is. She kind of like just like marks a symbol on it for each of those and kind of like deposits the money as is required.
Okay.
And makes the note in the big, like her big general ledger for her tithe collectors of
Yeah.
how much tithe has been taken in.
Okay.
So you now have 4 100 Xeno coins.
Okay.
You have more money than I do. On hand.
Okay. That is all I did.
The rest is in the trust fund.
And because I have a lot of thinking to do, so that's about all that's going there. Okay.
The next day comes and goes, and everybody kind of takes the day, like everything's kind of okay. You all check in with each other, but you have a moment to kind of actually just kind of like rest and collect yourselves. If you wish to try to find a specific person amongst your group or amongst somebody else, you may do so. Lumi, your order from Nicola is available for pickup.
Okay, well then I guess I'll go pick that up, and I go pick it up, and since I'm still conflicted about stuff, I just basically just ignore her and basically just pick it up, get the money, make sure she's counting the money, and just like leave without talking to her. I'm like, no, I'm not even doing this.
And how much was the full order total, did we say?
I said 10 Xeno, so I paid her 5, so I owe her another 5.
Okay, yeah.
I don't like this shady shit that we don't know anything about.
Well,
Oh,
and now
do you actually have a ledger right now?
Yes.
Oh my god. I love you so much. I actually looked over and it's literally just an entire ledger of doing her job as a tithe collector, y'all.
I mean,
gotta keep the numbers.
They taught us how to balance checkbooks and how to use it, man. Nicola gives me some more poison stuff, I guess. I guess we can.
Yes, and we'll go
Yeah,
over
okay.
that together because
Okay.
that was you had placed an order for poisons. and
Right,
got some back.
specific poisons.
Did you want to place another order while you were there? Okay, cool. You're just gonna hold off for.
I'm gonna
days.
hold off.
Okay. Is there anything that anybody else was wanting to do on this kind of like one bit of downtime day?
I'm checking the little damp corner of my garden. Off on the side, I have a little shaded, recessed area where I planted some moss dog fungus. And
You
trying
did.
to grow my
Yeah.
Great.
little,
Go ahead and roll me a nature check.
Does it become like a moss puppy?
Bet. Bet it becomes a moss puppy.
that is plus proficiency, so 21.
21. So you have gotten it to actually like take and start growing. So at some point down the line, provided you continue having the knowledge now to properly cultivate a fungal moss dog, eventually at some point, if you are well skilled enough, you will have your own fungal moss puppy that will eventually be a fungal moss dog.
Oh, I'm so hopeful.
Correct. Is there anything that you wish to do on this kind of like one day of downtime?
Yeah, I want to go hunting to collect some things for, I guess, some certain items or something.
Okay.
Kind of
Great. What specific things were you looking out for?
There's a couple, I would assume, like venomous-esque creatures among the rural area.
Easy enough.
I would like to hunt one of the more, not like super lethal, but mildly lethal things.
Okay, roll me a survival check.
I think I'm proficient in it. I am. Oof. Yeah. 8.
8 total. So you eventually find it. You are able to eventually defeat it. However, through that process, you did take 6 points of piercing damage and 7 points of poison damage through it all. You would have healed at this point for a long rest because this is the next day after the Matisse fight.
Yeah.
So you would have taken 13 points of damage in your fight against this beast, and you would have been poisoned, but you are able to defeat it.
Okay. So, got that down. And another...
Was there anything that you wanted to like do with this
Extract
creature?
some poison or...
Some venom for it? Cool.
Why does everybody need poison?
Roll me a...
Very effective.
I'm going to say either a medicine or survival, whichever's better for you.
Survival. Jeez. 9.
9. So you do, through the process, because you are not skilled in actually extracting the poison, you do take 2 more points of poison damage, but you are at least able to extract a vial of this creature's venom. And we will kind of like come back to what exactly that is and how it works at another time, but for now, you have a vial of beast venom. Get it.
And extract from this beast. It's a hided beast.
Mm-hmm.
I would have wanted to skin it as well.
Okay, give me another survival check with that one.
Jeez, 9.
9? Okay. It probably isn't enough to make a set of hide armor, but you could probably make like a pretty nice cloak out of it.
That's probably... I don't want to skip too much time because I would have gathered a bunch of other things. It would have been a gathering day.
Cool. And we'll talk about like for the rest of the things, like for like actual gathering purposes, we'll talk about those outside of this. But as far as the actual like having to do skill checks to hunt a beast, I'd say that kind of covers that well.
Yeah.
Cool.
I will finish up what I was trying to do before all the shit hit the fan, and go out to various shops and things around town and finish collecting and fixing up the gifts that I've been working on.
Great. Are there specific ones that you are on the lookout? Anything that might be out of the ordinary that you would have to kind of like look around for?
The biggest thing that I have to do is go by like a jeweler's shop and have something custom made with materials that I have.
With materials that you do have?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So what are there like specific price ranges that you're looking at for the other gifts, or?
The other gifts are just like little things, consumables.
Okay, great. So the other things that are consumables, I'm gonna say, how much money you got? I'm just gonna base this off of how much money you got. I'm gonna be nice.
71 Xenos and 82 Zips.
Perfect, and don't worry about it then. So the consumable items that you find are all going to cost, I would say, like 3 Xenos total.
Mm-hmm.
And then, since you already have all of the materials to make the thing, I would say it would cost 5 Xenos for like the labor to actually put it together, since you have all the materials for it. But then you have all of your respective gifts and things.
bring them.
So first of all, I'm going to not go home and avoid my father and anyone related to my family at
So you
all
don't
costs.
go to the estate?
Right, because I have a lot of very complicated feelings about what is going on, and I don't know how to deal with them, so I'm going to just avoid them, which seems like the best course of action. And second of all,
it's called self-care.
That's self-care right there, man.
Oh man.
And second of all, with the paper that I have with me with the debtor spirits information on it. Now generally I'm not opposed to debtor spirits. Like, they signed the paperwork, they knew what they were getting into. But Matisse used these in a way that is definitely not in any kind of contracts I've ever seen for debtor spirits, and the breaking of contracts I cannot abide. So I go to Orzova and I'm gonna see if I can track these people down and find their debts exactly, and like maybe get them forgiven just based on the fact that their contracts were broken.
Try to get their contracts thrown out?
Yeah.
We're gonna law check this.
Yeah.
Yes,
Like-
come on, skill check day of lawing. Oh, this is exciting. Okay.
Legal paperwork.
Yeah.
Law and Order Ravnica.
I don't know if you guys know this, but I'm putting on a pair of glasses right now and saying so many puns in my head. Oh, I'm so excited. Okay, so let's say this first one is going to be either a history or an investigation check, whichever is better for you.
History.
Great.
For
so
sure.
go ahead and roll me a history check.
12.
12. So, having come from a family that, while you've been struggling a lot with their concepts and like what options have been presented to you, your family makes its money from the debts that it takes.
And how?
And so, having to enforce or decree certain things based on the debts that your family has taken on from others, and being able to like take on their money and basically own them. Being able to look up specific people's debts is not uncommon to you, and it is not that difficult of a task. It takes a couple hours, but eventually you are able to locate the true names of all three individuals, and locate what each of their debts accumulate out to.
Yeah.
You also are able to figure out kind of like how difficult it would be to break these contracts.
Yeah.
Or easy. So that's
Like, is there a clause in these contracts for being used as a horrific, like, soul-sucking ghost monster to attack people that you're conspiring with in a grand conspiracy?
Roll me a. There's not like a law skill.
I know, right?
Man, why didn't you think of this, Dungeons and Dragons? We'll get back.
There's
to
no
that.
law skill.
It's fine.
Like,
We'll work it out.
law mages with no law skill.
So I would say. I would say. I'll attribute your history bonus to this. I would say just a general intelligence check, but since we're just gonna loop history in as law.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Oh, that might be
Yeah, it's like
sense.
law is
Yeah,
history.
it's close
It's
enough.
things that were written in the past.
I was almost thinking Arcana.
Then oh.
24.
It's a type of
24?
magical binding.
Yeah.
You are pretty easily able to locate within each of the contracts clauses that, while could vaguely be used to say that they could be used that way, it feels a little like contradictory and like double wording, and enough where like there's enough of a like this is a bunch of legal ass jargon that doesn't actually mean anything, and they just used it to do this. So you can make a intelligence persuasion or intelligence intimidation check to try to get these contracts thrown out.
So you mean?
So it's going to be intelligence plus persuasion or intimidation. Since you're using your like actual knowledge of the law to persuade these people to do it.
So those are equal for me. I'm gonna go with persuasion because I feel like that's more lawyery than just intimidation.
Okay,
I'm not
great.
a crook.
So you add your intelligence
14?
and your persuasion.
Yeah, 14.
14 total?
Yeah.
Easy enough. Within a it's a little bit longer of a day, and your day probably ends around like 9 or 10 o'clock at night. Like it's definitely past dark. But by the end of the day, you have
all 3 contracts voided.
Yes. All that pro bono work. It'll look good on my resume, though.
As you go to leave, the law mage who was attempting to lure you into one of the other schools catches you at the end of the day, having thrown all this out, goes, "This was not a day I anticipated from you, Lucian."
How so?
Well, you seem to have become quite chummy with your father and his people in the way they operate. And yet here you are, doing something completely pro bono, completely charitable for... I don't even think you knew these people.
Let's just say I've had a change of heart. About my father in particular.
I don't know whether that excites me or worries me.
I think you should be excited. There are great things coming to Orzhov soon.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to be excited about that. If you're ever in need of work, come find me. I'm not convinced, but I am intrigued enough to make a stupid decision.
I'll take any work I can get.
And she kind of walks off, kind of finished with her day. Her thrall following behind her, carrying all of her.
Yeah. Is Versmigian like helping me? Does he have like the paperwork and he's
Versmigian
helping me file it?
is totally like your file clerk.
Yeah.
100%.
Like I'm at the table with like glasses on and a candle, and
he
like
goes back and
plugging-
grabs a law book and puts it up.
Yeah.
Absolutely. 100%. Versmigian is the best little law assistant ever.
Like, wait, hold on. Like, one of the other flesh golems, like, puts a book backwards, and Versmigian is, like, walking away, and then he comes back and he looks at it, and it's like, oh, this isn't alphabetical order. I have to, like, and he, like, puts he puts it back in the right place.
Versmigian is a total OCD fiend when it comes to, like, making sure that everything in the library is properly put back the way it does. He learned him some when he was, you know, not an amalgamation of flesh.
And then he walks away, leaving traces of mango juice on the box. So, like, he's not clean, but he is very organized.
He does love mangoes. He doesn't know how to eat them, but he really loves them. So each of your respective days away from each other come to a close. And slowly but surely you all receive letters from Alicia in the morning. Wishing to properly thank all of you for doing what you can to protect her family and protect her home and her business here. And so she would like to do something special for each of you, if you would have it.
I don't see why.
Yeah.
No.
So,
yeah, that sounds
and
great.
so,
Absolutely, yeah.
So after taking a bit of a personal day for yourselves, each of you, you arrive back the sight of your companions amongst you. And Alicia has set up a private table. And there is a little bag at each of your place cards as you arrive. And inside is a healing potion and 5 Xenos for each of you. Alicia says, I know it is not much, but I wanted to make sure that we here properly thank all of you. And even though we consider some of you as close as family, we want to make sure that all of you know how much we truly appreciate your help. Thank you. And Alicia herself and many of the other companions see to it that your cups do not run empty today. And you all have a day together. Does anybody wish to?
Yeah, I feel still a little responsible
A little?
for this chain of events, and I thought it right that I make it up to you guys somehow. So I have a few things, and I'll bring out my bag, and I will pull out the little mechanical toy horse that I had found, but I went and got it like modified so that it's like a little version of the Great Mother centaur that I'm going to pull out and give to Korak.
And he hands it over, and it does like every once in a while, like you wait like 5 or 10 seconds, and it'll do like a little circular trot, and then like rear up on her hindquarters and back down. And then do a little circular trot and rear up on her hindquarters and back down.
For Luminitsa, I don't really know enough about you to get a good gift, and I respect that you want to keep it that way, so I kept it simple, and I will pull out a bottle of that like top shelf good booze from behind the counter. Just like a whole bottle.
Okay, what she was pouring for Lucian.
good.
Yeah.
And it's in a like very fine crystal bottle.
Okay.
With like the really ornate stopper and everything.
Okay.
I felt this suitable.
Okay. I slowly take it, and then I'm like, I just put it down because I'm gonna test it later. I'm not gonna drink it right now. But and I just look at you and go, I didn't get you anything. I didn't know that we're doing a kumbaya thing.
I like I said, this was a me thing. I felt like, I do apologize somehow. For Thone, I will actually go around the back of the booth and drag this little planter out from behind, and it is a small mango tree that's just barely starting to grow. I had to pull a lot of strings with our suppliers and distributors, and they don't really like to give them away, but these are fresh mangoes for you.
That's so wonderful. I can hardly wait to plant this in my
Don't
garden.
roll a nature check.
Fail at nature. 10.
10. You probably have a pretty good idea of like which Selesnya person is actively responsible for growing mango trees.
Yeah.
But like, it's still really sweet.
one
He
of-
may not actually
you got
have
one
the
of your own.
I was gonna say he might not have the actual information regarding it, but like you're pretty certain you know who's responsible for this. But at the same time, you're like, yeah, Davis,
I got
did
the one
this.
that needs the point.
I use my staff to hold Brismiggian back because he's like
Yes.
towards the mango
He
tree.
doesn't. He's just like.
Yeah, I'm like, no, not for you.
For Lucian, I will reach into the bag and pull out a small pendant that was strung on the silver thread that I had recovered from Lady Vay's place. And it is made of the galvanize that I had the jeweler put together, and it is a Orzhov symbol. Similar to the metal that was given to us.
Oh my god.
And I will hand it to Lucian. I know your father would never say it, but I've always been proud of you.
Jesus Christ.
I like,
What's happening
I like
right now?
take it and I like turn away. I'm like, this is so great, and like try not to let him see me tear up.
Roll an insight check, Davison.
That's a natural.
He tears up like he tears up like
I
hell.
read him like a book. And
I love it.
If you flip it over, you'll see that Rakdos will always be closest to your heart. Because on the back, I have like burned in a Rakdos insignia.
Aw, this went from so sweet to so self-serving
I love
really
it.
fast,
I love
and I love
it.
it.
It is,
Yeah.
but
So
like,
sweet.
but you see, seeing that it's self-serving makes me appreciate it even more.
It is a very to be self-serving is a very it's a very Orzhov matter. So like, let's be real.
It is.
Yeah.
In his
it's
own
something
way.
to make you feel like family here.
Yes, we're all family.
It's like
I don't-
anime
lots of
crying,
them.
where like
Oh,
the water
that,
just
it's just
like
constant
No,
like
it's Studio
streams.
Ghibli tears. Where
Yeah.
they're giant
Yeah,
and they
yeah.
just-
They
just,
well
like-
up and then it's good.
Yeah.
I'm very
But
this is a
Yeah.
party.
Everyone.
This is a party, please.
and whatever you were trying to gather, you got it. Good job.
Yeah.
drink,
Uh,
eat, enjoy yourselves.
Well, I guess didn't know he was doing this, but I actually have stuff to give as well. This is a little shortcoming from that. I will pull out the beast poison I gathered, and I will hand it to Lumi. I may not like you,
Okay.
but I know that could help you in your endeavors, whatever you may wish to use of it.
Okay. And I put it next to the boost because I'm gonna test both of these later. So I'm just like, cool.
But look at it. Roll me a intelligence check, adding your proficiency bonus since you are proficient in poisons.
Well, Lumi's been drinking. What'd you say?
Intelligence.
You get mixed
Intelligence.
up with the one
Yeah.
in here.
Plus
Yeah, yeah.
proficiency.
Plus proficiency, so
4, 5, 6, 7.
Yeah.
A lot of the poisons and toxins that you use are not animal.
No.
Traditionally, what you use are plant-based, fungal-based, things of that nature, because that is what Nicola can get you access to.
Right.
Or they are like straight alchemical concoctions that like you can kind of put together yourself, things like that. So this one you're not certain quite what it is.
It's not strong, but
That's fresh.
And it looks like it has that kind of like eerie, luminescent, greenish yellow tint to it, and it kind of does the same thing like wine, where it kind of like sticks a little bit to the side of the glass as you kind of like pour it over, and it kind of like you still see that film along the side of it. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm like, okay. And I'm like literally just, I'm very uncomfortable with everything that's happening right now.
And from the description of it being from Beast, you know that this would be one that you would need to like coat in something to like impale or injure somebody with. So it'd have to be like from like a wound, because like the animal would bite you.
Oh, okay. I gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
like a snake.
Yeah, kind of like something. Yeah. Cool.
Man, I don't really know many of you either. Verdone, I've got, since you're so obsessed with this moss dog, I've brought some special herbs and things that may help in its growth.
Yes. I love fertilizer.
And so it's other plant matter that is high in nutrients that traditionally is consumed and subsumed by like funguses and mushrooms and things like
Excellent.
that.
So nature roll bonus on growing mushrooms.
Yeah.
Yep.
Excellent.
Lucian, this is not an insult, but I have these salves that help for wounds. You may be particular to them, and I have some whiskey for you.
You may be particular to wounds. That's the nicest way of saying you get shanked a lot.
This will be very helpful if I get stabbed again.
I
The
expect
whiskey
you to
as
get
well.
a- yeah.
Yes. No. All of it. Yes.
All of it.
This Gruul don't do this very often. If they do, it's very awkward.
So the two like herbal salves that he hands you, when they're in makeshift containers that are not traditionally like conducive to like properly sealing, but you can make it work.
It's the same ones that I made a couple episodes back.
Yeah. And those were.
It was 2 death saves on an advantage on medicine checks.
Yes. So so you can if you apply it to somebody, you have an advantage on medicine checks to keeping them to like stabilize them.
Yeah.
So it gives you using them gives you advantage on the medicine check that you
Helps you
make
not
to
die.
help stabilize a person.
Okay.
And the pelt that I had gotten, I actually spent a while and I leather worked them into a pair of gauntlets that, or not gauntlets, but wrist
Like
cuffs.
bracers?
Bracers, yeah.
That's the word.
Gotcha.
That have various like inscriptions on them that, if you could ever translate them, it means fire on one, and wow, I didn't think of the second word. I'll think about it another time.
Okay.
I was unprepared. But,
Fire and brimstone.
Yeah. Okay, we'll do that. No one's brimstone, so they're kind of.
I just had costume gloves. These are custom.
That's like,
gorgeous.
I got mine from the Ravnik and Costco.
Don't need those radio things. I'll put them on immediately. I'm gonna flex
Yeah.
them and wear them around. These
And it takes you a minute. You're still trying to like break in the
Break in the
leather,
leather.
but they kind of like snap to and are able to kind of like wrap comfortably around your wrists.
Thank you, Korak. These are wonderful.
So grateful, touched, slightly confused.
I'm very uncomfortable.
Pretty uncomfortable. You all take a
No,
day.
Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
You all take the rest of the day to celebrate a job well done and drink very heavily. And just take a moment to actually kind of decompress and kind of let yourself, even if slightly uncomfortable from the actions of your friends, have one moment of it's okay.
Peace.
Yeah.
Time to breathe.
Awkward peace, but still
Okay.
a moment of peace.
Okay.
And that is where we will end tonight. Thank you all so much for watching along. Very proud of our renegades here who have finally toppled Matisse and all of his nefarious schemes and conspiracies. Next week, we will pick right back up here where we left off, with the party figuring out what that means and what happens next and where do we go from here. A quick note to everybody. Next week's episode is going to be the finale of our first season arc. So we are going to help tie up some loose ends with all of this that has happened, lay some groundwork and some interesting spoilers for things that are going to be occurring in season 2 of our show, and give you a little bit more information about that in detail fully next week as we conclude our first fantastic season with you all. Thank you all so much for watching along tonight. If you know friends who would be super interested in the show, please send them our way. They can catch up on our YouTube channel, Color Guards RPG, with all the episodes that have aired up till now, with tonight's episode and making sure that everything's caught up, being added onto our YouTube channel tomorrow afternoon, so that everybody can get it caught up before the first season finale of the show next week. Thank you all so much for sticking with us. Those of you who follow us, those of you who subscribe to us, thank you all so much. If you want to know a little bit more about the show, anything like that, hit us up on all of our social media channels, our Discord, our Facebook page, our Twitter, our Instagram, all the different things. Thank you all so much. We hope you have a fantastic night. We hope you're not going to get rained on like we're about to be. And thank you all so much for following along. Have a good night.
I've become, I'm just a pixel in their stack, and I find it problematic. You can't see the forest for the trees, and I'm worried you won't see me. I tell you my name, but you won't regret. I'm just another person you'll forget. I'd like to mean something to you. Refuse the lies, I'll tell the truth. I'm not a fool and I'm not your joker. Don't wanna be mediocre. Just this one time, hope you'll remember who was with you while you trembled. Gave you peace when you were lost. Made a place where you belong. You are perfect, you're supreme. You are someone I'll never be. Like a classic work of art. I never had a chance from the start. And someday I'll be gone and will only matter for so long. Just a shuffle in the silence. Let me be a lyric in your song. I'd like to ending inside. Deep in your pocket you carry your fear. Your heart full of worry, but empty of tears. You're hungry for more, to feast with the kings, but now you would settle to be anything. Worlds within worlds just waiting at your feet. Dreams in the dark and treasures in the deep. Time to wake up, time to take flight, time to get up from the darkest of nights. Deeper and deeper you travel, hoping the chains that bind will unravel. But you're hungry for more, to feast with the kings, but now you would settle to be anything.
Change all I can. Oh, untangle my heart. It's far past time, but the goal is in reach. All to know who I am. You're already farther along. untangle my heart. I want out of this place to just not be this way, so I'll change all I can. Oh, untangle my heart. It's far past time, but the goal is in reach. All to know who I am.
ship. Danger's job was to keep the peace up in space. It was his job to keep the humans safe. Will you ever find true love, true love, true love, true? True love, true love, true love, true. True love, true love, true love, true. True love, true love, true love, true. We'll change it by love in the planets above. His head is up in the clouds as his rocket counts down. A distress signal took him to a place very distant. tide. You rescue the distressed damsel from demise. She said, thank you, sir, for your kindness. I will always be yours. Danger save the rivers, mermaid girl. Well, danger for love in the planets above. Set us up in the clouds as this rocket counts down. Well, danger for love in the planets above. Set us up in the clouds as this rocket counts down. Bring it home, danger. Zach, danger. Everyone is pushing papers, pushing pencils to the side. Plug me into the machine, making my dreams to suicide. Would you believe that everyone is fighting to be alright? Do you believe in twilight thoughts and menace minds stealing your time? Setting to the fall. Jack City takes off. The hero comes to save, let us rejoice all in its name. But no one knows that without me there is no danger, there's no fame. I will bring together people, nation, planets, even more. Gather children, mother, fathers, and meet your foe. Setting to the fall. Jack City takes off. I'm the shouting in your ear. I know what's right. I'm a being above all else. Let me show you the light. I created your reality in the blink of an eye, pushing you through the academy and taking to the skies. But without me, you would be nothing but dust. I don't do what I can. I do what I must. I'm a king. I'm a god. I'm loved by all, and I'm counting seconds until you fall. We trusted in you to keep us safe from harm.